the semis. That included in that was the dismissal of their head coach before last week's game due to a profanity-laced post-game speech to one of their current players. The Camels rallied around interim head coach Cole White to earn this trip to Laramie. Coming up on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show, we will take a look at how these two teams match up on paper. We will have Kevin Coyle's weekly history report, and we will hear from head coach Jeff Mauy as he will break down the matchup for us tonight. All that and more coming your way right here on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Have you been in to see Sheridan Wyo Sports Cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts. 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. Online banking is fast and convenient with Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. If you have a smartphone, you can do your banking from anywhere, including remote deposit. Just take a picture of your check and send it. It's that easy. And you'll instantly have access to the first $200 available and the rest shortly thereafter. Yep, banking is that easy with remote deposit at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Get ready to hit the court. Sheridan, Buffalo, Casper, Gillette, Montana, and South Dakota. It's time for the Sheridan Rec District's annual region-wide Winter Shootout Basketball Tournament for 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th and 6th grade girls, with every team guaranteed 3 games. Games tip off December 12th through the 14th in Sheridan. Entry is $250 per team. Sign up at TourneyMachine.com or find out more under the Events tab at SheridanRecreation.com. Deadline to register is November 28th.
Ready to hit the road? Sheridan College's Commercial Motor Vehicle Driver Training Program is now offering an 8-week course with a flexible start date. Get your CDL with hands-on real-world training and step into a high-demand career with excellent job opportunities. Don't wait for the next semester. Start driving your future forward today. Call CMV instructor Joe Bennett at 675-0788 or visit sheridan.edu/driver training to learn more and secure your spot.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show as the Broncs get ready to take on these pesky Camels. Here is how these two teams match up on paper. Throughout the season, the two teams have been evenly matched. Sheridan enters the final week of this season with the third best offense in 4A, averaging just a little under 320 yards per game. But Campbell County is just ahead of them at about 325 yards per game. The difference throughout the season is how they get it done. Sheridan likes to run the ball, while the Camels average more yards throughout the air. The Broncs average almost 200 yards per game on the ground, while the Camels have been pass-heavy up until this last week. Under new coach, the Camels have rushed for over 250 yards last week in the semifinals. On defense, the Broncs and Camels are only separated by 3 yards per game. The difference is the Broncs only give up 12.5 points per game, while the Camels average 18 points per game given up on defense. Turnover margin could play a big role as the Broncs come in with just 6 turnovers on the year, while the Camels have turned it over 13 times. The Broncs have a 4A best plus 13 on turnovers. Whoever makes the fewer mistakes should win this game today. When we return, we will hear from Kevin Coyle. He will have the Sheridan football history report. And later on, we will hear from head coach Jeff Mauy as we continue right here on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Looking to get rewarded just for spending? With our You Choose Debit Cards reward program, you can earn points every time you swipe. Redeem your points for cashback, gift cards, travel, and more. It's your money. It pays to spend smarter. Enroll today and make your debit card work as hard as you do. Visit Security State Bank today and start earning with You Choose Rewards at no cost to you. Security State Bank, small enough to listen, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
It's Wyoming. 1 minute you're melting like ice cream in August, the next you're colder than an ice fisherman's backside in January, and your dog's stolen all the blankets. Luckily, Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning has your backside. Carl knows Wyoming weather better than anyone. Then he'll keep your home comfy whether Brutus gives back those blankets or not. Call Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning today or find us in the Country Bounty Business Directory. Carl, making homes comfortable no matter how moody Wyoming weather gets.
Doug, it's the fourth quarter of the year. Are we still in the game?
You bet, Bob. Tire sales going into overtime. Buy 3, get the 4th for $1 through November.
That's a winning drive.
New tires, great grip, winter traction, no fumbles here.
So whether you're tailgating or tackling snow drifts,
you'll score big at Waring Chevrolet.
Touchdown tire sale, WaringSheridan.com.
Leaves crunching, kettles whistling, football helmets colliding, families chattering, the sounds of fall. Hearing loss can be a subtle thief, taking away these precious sounds and others that make our lives so rich. If you think you or a loved one may be struggling, please call our office to schedule your free hearing test and consultation. There is nothing to lose and everything to gain. Let the changing seasons encourage you to make a positive change for better hearing. Call 674-8920 on the web at ebahearing.com or visit on Coffeen Avenue, right next to Sherwin-Williams.
At First Federal Bank and Trust, we believe strong financial futures start with smart money decisions.
That's why First Federal partners with K-12 schools and local organizations to bring financial literacy to our community.
We tailor our free resources to fit your classroom or group, offering interactive bank tours, materials, and in-person education.
Want to help build a financial confidence?
Request a speaker or materials today at efirstfederal.bank.
First Federal Bank and Trust.
Investing in strong financial futures.
For Sheridan Media Sports, I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School Football History Report for the State Championships of 2025. Information courtesy Wyoming-football.com. For the 4A State Championship game between Sheridan and Campbell County, this game kicks off Saturday at 4 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 1922, while Campbell County got its first win in 1970. Sheridan leads the series 51-31 with one tie, including the postseason, and has won the last 9 meetings and 10 of the last 11. This includes the win earlier this season, but does not count 4 games where it was Campbell County versus Sheridan's JV. In the postseason, Sheridan leads 6-3, with the last postseason meeting taking place in the 2015 state championship game. In state championship games, Sheridan leads 3-0. Sheridan's longest winning streak versus Campbell County is 12, from 1927 to 1945. No games played from 1938 to 1944. But if you factor in a tie in 1926, it's a 17-game non-losing streak. While Campbell County's longest winning streak versus Sheridan is 12, from 1998 to 2007. Sheridan has shut out Campbell County 19 times, the last in 2020, while Campbell County has shut out Sheridan 4 times, the last in 2005. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Campbell County is 87 in 1922, 87 zip, first meeting between the two teams, while Campbell County's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 48 in 2002, 48 zip. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Campbell County is 87 in 1922, first meeting, while the most points that Campbell County has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 48 in 2002, 48 zip. The two teams have gone to overtime versus each other once in 2010, with Campbell County winning 27-24. That first meeting between the two teams in 1922 still remains tied for the worst loss in Campbell County history in terms of most points allowed in a game versus any opponent and largest margin of defeat versus any opponent. With your Sheridan County High School Football History Report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
Work today, get paid tomorrow from McDonald's. They're hiring right now during recruitment days. Today from 7 to 1. Stop by McDonald's on Coffee Avenue. Part-time and full-time positions are available. Benefits include health insurance, IRA contributions, paid vacation, flexible scheduling, food discounts, tuition assistance, and more. And don't forget, work today, get paid tomorrow. Get to McDonald's and apply in person today from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at McDonald's on Coffee Avenue.
Just 10 minutes south of Buffalo lies a slice of Wyoming you'll want to call your own. Expansive acreage and stunning mountain views, prime building sites, and power nearby, ready for your dreams to take root. This acreage is available in 80 acres or buy the whole 160 acres. Build a home, raise livestock, enjoy wide open spaces close to town. To see it, call me, Callie Munsick with Buffalo Realty, ERA powered, and see 32 Wallows Creek at buffalorealtyllc.com.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And a huge thank you to Kevin Coyle for all his hard work throughout the year, bringing us a history report before every game we did this year. The Broncs and Camels have taken the field for tonight's game. The weather should have very little effect on the game today, as we expect temperatures here in Laramie to be in the low 50s at kickoff with very little wind. It's just been a beautiful weekend here in Laramie. When we come back, we will hear from head coach Jeff Mauy on how it feels to be back in Laramie year after year and how the feeling never gets old playing at War Memorial Stadium. All that and more coming up on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Need a checking account, a home loan, business banking? Hi, I'm Brittany Sorensen from First Bank of Wyoming. You don't have to go to different places for these services. First Bank of Wyoming has it all under one roof. From simple personal banking to more complex business loans, we make managing your money simple, convenient, and stress-free. One bank, every service, all for you. First Bank of Wyoming, your one-stop financial partner.
First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, want to make $50? How about helping a friend make 50 also? It's easy with Camco Federal Credit Union. Just find a friend, connect them with us, and when they open a new checking account and make their first deposit, boom, you both get $50. That's cash in your pocket for sharing the love. So what are you waiting for? Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Camco Federal Credit Union is where friends mean rewards. Visit your local branch today. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Building or remodeling your home or commercial space can be overwhelming. With so many decisions to make, choosing the right contractor matters. At North Country Construction, we believe you deserve a team you can trust. From initial planning and site work to concrete and final touches, we handle the entire process with a decade of quality in the Sheridan area that speaks for itself. When only the best will do, call North Country Construction, 307-461-2896.
All right, Coach Mauy, we're here on Championship Saturday, and just hearing Championship Saturday has got to make you feel good. And obviously, you guys have been here a lot over the years, this being the 5th straight trip, but it never gets old, does it?
No, you know, it's always exciting, and it might get old for people that don't want us here, but the people that want us here and our team, it's exciting every year. And you know, the trip to Laramie is always a good trip, and the university has awesome facilities. And so you know, a lot of people might say, I want to see this Sheridan Gillette game, and you know, part of me would love to sleep in my own bed too, but this experience for our young men is really something, and they love it. We get to see the University of Wyoming facilities, we get to dress in the University of Wyoming's locker room, and we get to play on a field and in a stadium that holds 30,000 people, and so it's really quite an experience, and it's fun every single time you come here.
The kids obviously have worked their tails off since, well, even before two-a-day started, say mid-August, but before that, you guys do so much just to throughout the year to get them ready and just to start preparing them for leadership. It's not always football that early in the season, but you try to get them to where they will be successful, and that whole culmination of things has now come true.
Yeah, it's really fun to see. At last year's end of year banquet, we challenged the junior class of last year. It's your team now. What are you going to do with it? And we hit the ground running throughout winter and spring and leadership classes. And they would do some throwing and stuff like that, and some footwork in the mornings, and then summer weight room and summer camp and all of that. August 2-a-days. Yeah, it's really come a long ways, and I think it's a lot of credit goes to these guys, these young men that have bought into what the coaches have been telling them, and they bought in, and they are very coachable. And we have a pregame practice the day before the game, the state championship game, and we're still putting in new things and pushing them to become better football players, and they're still very, very coachable the day before the state championship football game.
So as we get ready for this afternoon's game, there's been a lot of leading up to that. You've had tons of injuries. You've gotten people to be where they've gotten back to. Now they're back playing. You've had season-ending injuries. Talk about just how the season kind of rolled along, and your expectations, were they met up to this point?
Yeah, expectations, I think the young men in our program have expectations of returning to Laramie every year and winning every single game. I think that's an expectation within our program. When we talk about the coaches' expectations, really we want these young men to be great young men, and we want them to become the best football team that they can become. And every year you're never quite sure where that's going to be, and this team has continued to meet our expectations and exceed our expectations, and week in and week out they continue to grow and get better as football players and as good young men. And I think the biggest area of growth I think I've seen with this team is their unselfish attitude, and I say that because, like you said, we've had injuries, we've had people had to sit out, some of them have been out for the entire season, and the entire team is still just bought in as they were on day one. It's a bunch of guys that at the end of the day, they don't care who gets the ball and who scores the touchdown. It's about, can we perform the best we can as a team? And I think they've grown a lot in that area from the beginning of the year and from, their JV year and so on. They've come to a good spot where it's about the team.
Maybe they haven't even peaked yet.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's the case. And that's always the hope as a coach, is you continue to get better every single year and every single day and every single game. And I think one of the biggest compliments our coaching staff's ever got was from another coach that says, your team seems to continue to play better the later you play into the season. And I think that's a huge compliment to us, but it's a huge credit to the young men that they want to continue to get better. Their legs are sore, their bodies are tired, and it would be easy to say, all right, what we are is good enough, and we continue to push them, and they buy into it, and they continue to push themselves.
You guys are so used to going to Laramie, you have the routine down, but as I've heard you say throughout the week, this team hasn't done it. So you rely on these older kids that are the seniors that have been maybe there the last couple of years to really lead these youngsters along, and what the expectations were, on the trip to Laramie on Friday. What do we do Friday afternoon? Get up Saturday morning. You have a routine that you coaches like to prepare them for and to get them ready for kickoff.
Yeah, we are fortunate that we have an itinerary that's pretty well laid out. We have to get things organized and things like that, but the itinerary is pretty well laid out. And like you said, though, if we take it for granted and this is just routine, then Saturday at 4:00 is probably not going to be very fun. We've really got to just take it all in and enjoy the process, and understand that this is not given to us. Some people say, "Oh, we've done it for so many years," and I think some people get bored and just have that expectation it's going to happen. Well, we've got to go make it happen, and we do rely on those seniors, a lot to be able to push everybody in practice and push everybody in everything that we do, and we're going to ask them to lead again, on Saturday at 4:00 as well. And we put a lot on those seniors, but they can handle it and they can do it, and I have no doubt that they'll go out and put whatever they have on the field today.
As we turn to the X's and O's, obviously, what you want to do against Gillette. Obviously, you played them here a few weeks ago, and things went pretty well for us on that Friday night. But things have kind of changed in Campbell County now that you fired their coach a week ago. Do you know, are they going to be the same type of team that they were that we played a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I don't know exactly the answer to that question. I know that they were a good team when we played them a few weeks ago at their place. We went in at halftime, fortunate to be 7-10. They were up 10-0 most of the half, and we squeaked a late touchdown in the second quarter to go in at halftime 7-10. And I thought our guys really rallied well in the second half. But they are a very good football team, very talented, and can break some big plays. They've had some unfortunate events with their coaching staff, and their head coach is no longer with them, and so they had another coach step into that role last week, and we've really only got one film of the new coaching style, and it was in really poor weather over there. They had snow and wind and sleet over there last week, and so it's hard to say. Was it the weather that forced them maybe to run the ball a little bit more, or was that the game plan coming in? And so that's a hard thing for us to determine. We don't have a lot of film on them, and when turmoil like that happens within a program, one of two things happen. It all goes to shambles, or you come together and play even harder. And what I've seen on film is, man, that team came together and they played hard against Cheyenne East, and they had a comeback win in the fourth quarter to beat a very good Cheyenne East team, and they've got a lot of momentum coming into this game, and they're a scary team for sure.
So with your offense, do you change anything this week? Obviously, you've probably seen some wrinkles that they did do last week that you might be able to exploit a little bit with your offense. So you just kind of put different twists on things this week for you guys?
Yeah, we continue to, as you've seen throughout the beginning of the year, if you look at us on film in game 1, we're a much different team in game 12, and I think that will continue to morph as we continue to identify how can we continue to be more efficient on offense. And so it'll be different. We'll definitely highlight some of the things that we thought were successful in Campbell County and try to use some of those, but at the same time know that they're going to have a counterpunch too. And so when they counterpunch and take away something that we did well in the first time around, what are we going to do to adjust? And we've got to play that chess game with the other coaching staff and with the scheme, and hopefully have our guys in a situation where they understand what we're going to do when they do take something away.
Defensively, obviously, they've got a lot of size. Their tight end is 6'8". They've got a receiver 6'7". I thought the first time you played them, you guys did a fairly good job on those guys. Expectations the same, try to keep the same type defense to maybe try to eliminate those guys a little bit?
Yeah, we'll have to adjust right away, because we'll find out, are they going to be more run heavy or pass heavy? And the first time we played them, they're more pass heavy. They have a different play caller this time. The coaching offensive caller has been changed, and so we'll see if they're a more run heavy team. They had a running back rush for over 200 yards last week against Cheyenne East, and so if they're more run heavy, we're going to have to adjust. And but at the end of the day, really what we've got to do, and they've got big receivers and good weapons, is we've got to keep the ball in front of us and not allow that big play. Cheyenne East last week gave up a long rush where they had the opportunity to wrap him up and bring him down at the line of scrimmage, and he got out to a 70-yard, 80-yard rush, and we can't allow that to happen. We've got to keep the ball in front of us, and the same thing happens with the big receivers. They are big and they are athletic, and they're going to make some plays. We can't expect to shut them down the entire game, so they're going to make some plays, but they've got to be plays that are in front of us, and we go in and wrap up and take them down and then die another day.
Well, I think you and the coaches are always prepared for whatever the other team throws at you, and I think throughout this whole year, you guys have prepared these guys to be winners, and nothing changes today.
Yeah, at the end of the day, whatever happens in this football game is, I think this group of young men has really become better young men by doing some of the things we've done within our program. They're better football players for sure, but I think they're better young men. We've had a lot of fun this year on the football field and off the football field with this group, and it's sad that the season's coming to an end, because we really enjoy practice and we really enjoy lunch meetings and we enjoy meeting with these guys and being with these these guys. And so we're fortunate in that we get to participate in the state championship, and we know this is going to be our last week, as opposed to, losing in the semis and thinking we had another week. So we're fortunate in that sense, but at the same time, it's still going to be a little bittersweet as whatever happens in this game. It's a great group of young men that whatever happens in this game, it won't define them, win, lose, or draw. This won't define who they are and what they do moving forward. They're a great group of guys, and really fortunate that the coaching staff and I have been able to spend so much time with these guys.
Well, let's hope they just leave it all on the field, and the scoreboard will be in our favor at the end of the night. We'll just wish the best of it.
That's what we hope. Thanks, Shane.
Good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you after.
I appreciate it.
One Health in Sheridan provides medical care, mental health, and other support services for the whole family. Our whole person approach serves children, adults, and seniors, and we accept patients with private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and no insurance. From childhood immunizations and wellness checks to substance use treatment, visit One Health for same-day availability and an income-based sliding fee. Visit onechc.org/Sheridan for more information.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This year, the feast starts before Thanksgiving, November 20th through the 22nd, 3 days only. The Great Gobble Up Sales Event at Midway Auto NRV in Sheridan. Midway set the table with low mileage vehicles, lowest prices in the country on select RVs, and a large selection of clean pre-owned campers. It's bonus gravy. 3 extra months of warranty on vehicles. Double your down on any pre-owned RV. Gobble these deals up before they're gone. Midway Auto NRV. Let the feast begin November 20th through the 22nd.
Friday Night Lights, hard hits, and Sheridan pride. Your Broncs are back on the field. 7P Builders is proud to stand behind our hometown team, supporting the athletes who give it their all every game. Off the field, when it comes to your home, 7P Builders specializes in sidings, decks, and roofs, new builds and remodels, helping families create spaces that last for generations. Call 307-763-3202 to set up your appointment. From the sidelines to your neighborhood, 7P Builders says, go Broncs.
This is Patrick Johnson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. Shane Parker bringing you the pregame show. Head coach Jeff Mauy, thank you very much for all your time this year. Pregame show week after week. It's been great working with you, and I hope you enjoyed listening to Coach Maury give us insight into today's game. Coming up next, Ryan Parker will join me high above the turf here at War Memorial Stadium. We will be back with the kickoff and the starting lineups. You're listening to the Sheridan Bronc pregame show brought to you by First Federal Bank and Trust on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Winter's coming, but not at the Bighorn Y. The kitchen's open 11 to 2 with an unforgettable menu. Halibut and chips, the golden chicken sandwich, and more. Order ahead, 672-2447. Pick up your lunch, a take-and-bake dinner, or a legendary Hetty's pizza. And don't forget our wine and spirits selection. Find the fall menu on Facebook. Just search for the Bighorn Y. That's Bighorn Y, which unfortunately reads like Big Horny. The Bighorn Y. Unforgettable food, unfortunate Facebook address.
It's cold and getting colder, but Farmers Co-op is ready to help you stay warm this winter with premium wood pellets for your stove and deliver your propane to your place. Heating your barn or shop? They have kerosene and #1 diesel for your portable heaters as well. And don't forget the feed supplements for your livestock to get them through the winter. Come in from the cold with Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 39 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project, residential or commercial. Give Thompson Master Masons a call at 672-7971 or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing, with offices in Sheridan and Casper, are ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. The Sheridan office of Michael Lansing and Nicole Soto provide competent local legal services focused on businesses, real estate transactions, estate planning, employee protections, trust litigation, and personal injury. Michael and Nicole will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights and are proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi, this is Jeff Tomlinson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium here, high above the turf. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you 4A state football as the Sheridan Broncs look to bring home a 5th consecutive state championship. And Ryan, nothing new. The Broncs, we talked about it at the pregame show. We talked about it with head coach Jeff Mauy during his pregame interview, but it just never gets old to be playing on the turf at War Memorial Stadium here in November if you're in the Wyoming High School football playoffs.
Yeah, we were talking earlier that if you're a senior on this Broncs team, this is your 3rd trip down here, and you know it's almost like a home game.
Yeah,
because you've been here 3 in a row. This is your 3rd in a row.
If you're the senior, yeah.
If you're the senior, exactly. And so they've the 25, 26 seniors that are on the team, this is the 3rd time they've been through it.
They've never lost a varsity football game in their time they've been in high school.
Correct.
So if you look back at the history of games being played here, we talked about it in that pregame show, but this is the 10th consecutive time the Broncs have played in a state championship game here at War Memorial Stadium. So you look back, and they played in 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And in 2020, they didn't make the state championship, but that game wasn't played here because of COVID. Cheyenne East hosted Thunder Basin that year at Cheyenne East High School. And then 21, 22, 23, 24, and now in 25, the Broncs 10 consecutive state championship games here at War Memorial Stadium. So this really is their home away from home.
Yeah. And, the people up here in the press box, they welcome us with open arms every year.
Yeah, the people that run the press box, and they were kind. They gave us the Wyoming Cowboys home press box booth this week. So we were here yesterday for the Bighorn game, and unfortunately Bighorn came up on the short end of the stick, but what a great football game that was, losing to Mountain View 41-38. But the Broncs and the Camels are just about ready to get underway. It is just about a couple of minutes away from the national anthem and starting lineup. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have those starting lineups and the opening kickoff. The Broncs will receive the opening kickoff here in the 4A state championship game. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
For 140 years, First Northern Bank has proudly served our Wyoming communities through many chapters of our customers and community stories. We've been here, a neighbor you can count on. Here, you're more than just a number. We're committed to providing exceptional personalized service that fits your needs, because at First Northern Bank, you're not just a customer, you're family. Come see why Wyoming has trusted us as your community bank for 140 years. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 402576.
When the Sheridan Broncs take the field, they bring strength, precision, and pride. At Simply Stone, they bring that same energy into every project, specializing in countertops. Their team fabricates and installs the finest quartz, marble, granite, and porcelain surfaces, turning your home into something truly exceptional. Just like the Broncs, they believe in hard work, dedication, and a rock-solid foundation. Stop by their showroom at 2745 Heartland Drive or visit simplystonewyo.com. Simply Stone, simply the best.
There's just something magical about Christmas at Mystic Tree Farm. Starting November 21st, the greenhouse comes alive with the scent of fresh evergreens, Nordman, Douglas, and noble firs, each waiting for that perfect home. We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, and Sunday, 11 to 5, closed Monday, Tuesday, and Thanksgiving. Come wander among the trees and sip a hot drink, nibble on a fresh cookie, and take home a beautiful 18 or 24-inch wreath. And during Sheridan's Christmas stroll, we'll be open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with chili cookies and holiday charm. Bring the family and make a memory at Mystic Tree Farm, 114 Decker Road, just past North Main Interchange. Find us on Facebook.
Is Wyoming Corporate Office your one-stop shop for everything you need for your Wyoming-based business, LLC, or corporation formulation? Yes. Service of process and mail forwarding services?
Indeed. Fulfill the legal requirements for small businesses based in Wyoming? Absolutely. Wyoming Corporate Office provides the communication between your business and the state, so you don't have to. Learn more by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com today.
Does the housing market cool down when the temperatures drop? Not at all. Hi, this is Colton Bates with the Bates team at Best, and while others are sipping pumpkin spice lattes or peppermint mochas and dreaming of spring, smart buyers and sellers are making their best moves. Fewer listings means less competition. Serious buyers and sellers are ready to deal. Plus, homes look their coziest in fall and winter. Don't let the season fool you. Whether you're buying or selling, the best time is right now. Call us at 675-BEST or visit bestwy.net today.
Bring your cybersecurity within range. Cyber attacks don't just put your data at risk, they put your productivity at risk too. Range Managed IT Services gives you a full suite of data protection, including managed firewalls, next-gen endpoint protection, and staff training to keep your business safe. Let our experts take care of your company's cybersecurity so you can take care of business and live your West life. Visit range.net/managed services and protect your business today.
Does the housing market cool down when the temperatures drop? Not at all. Hi, this is Colton Bates with the Bates team at Best, and while others are sipping pumpkin spice lattes or peppermint mochas and dreaming of spring, smart buyers and sellers are making their best moves. Fewer listings means less competition. Serious buyers and sellers are ready to deal. Plus, homes look their coziest in fall and winter. Don't let the season fool you. Whether you're buying or selling, the best time is right now. Call us at 675-BEST or visit bestwy.net today.
This is Bailey Reddy with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A State Championship game here on KWYO. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you live action as we are just moments away from kickoff. And the Sheridan Bronx and the Campbell County Camels. And Ryan, we haven't talked a lot about this up to this point, but boy, a lot of turmoil that Campbell County had to go through over the last week. And, you know, they played hard for their interim coach a week ago. They were down 19-9 going into the fourth quarter and scored a couple fourth quarter touchdowns to win that thing 22-19 a week ago in the semis for their interim head coach. So even though they had some turmoil with the firing of their head coach, they were still able to play through that.
Yeah. What grit and resilience and just coming together. Coach Maury kind of talked about it. We saw him a few weeks back, and they're a formidable opponent. I mean, Sheridan's going to have to bring their A game today. Can't overlook them, which I don't see Sheridan doing that. They never have in the past. So, but Campbell County is here. They're excited. They haven't been here in a long time. Expect them to give you their best.
Yeah, James Hahn, their running back, went for 234 yards last week in that win on the ground. Boy, that was an explosion they hadn't seen all year from any running back pretty much in the state of Wyoming. So they kind of, and they've been a heavy passing team all year long. So just a little bit different from what they were doing with their original head coach. Starters are being announced right now on the defensive side of the ball for Campbell County. They're going to go like this across the front. Dylan Walker will be the starter at one defensive end. Christian Hafner at nose tackle, and Lucas Belfonts will be the other defensive end. All of those are seniors. Karsten Lewis will line up at one corner. He's just a sophomore, 6 foot 165, and the other corner is Draven Vandam. He's a 5'11 senior. The linebackers for the Camels, Carson Eichscheid, he's also the kicker, 6'4", 188-pound senior. Triton Sukit, he is a senior as well, 6 foot 210. Tyler Rambo, 6 foot 215 pounds, a senior, and the junior linebacker is Cass Olson, and he will wear number 6. And the safeties for the Camels, Gunnar Streitz and Tate Reed. On the offensive side of the ball, the Bronx, they will go like this. On the offense, that offensive line will have Brady Hartman and Fisher Peldo on the left side. Kieran Rupucci will be the center. On the right side, you'll have Sam Huffman and Nathan Bloom, all juniors except for Brady Hartman. Sam Huffman, he is the senior. Wide receivers in this set will be Gage Rogers and Breck Reed. We will also see quite a bit of the Newman boy as well. He does. Noah Newman plays a lot at wide out as well, but Gage and Breck will get a lot of the snaps tonight. Beck Haswell, you'll see him line up out at wide receiver, in the slot, and at tight end as well. And the running backs will be Keegan Rager, will be William Greer, Braxton Crow, and the quarterbacks, you'll see Andrew Adams starting, and then you'll see Blaine Phillips coming in as well. So pretty much the same starters for the Bronx pretty much all season long, even though we've had a lot of injuries. Breck Reed did miss 4 games. Beck Haswell missed a game as well and only played partially in a couple of the other games. So a little bit of a showdown here. Campbell County got introduced pretty much as a team, and they came out and they are standing right at midfield as the Bronx are being introduced. And so now they're going to break their huddle right on the bucking horse at midfield of War Memorial Stadium. But just a little bit of a showdown there.
I was thinking that a little maybe intimidation factor there.
Yeah.
You know, the Camels, guess what? They're coming out for blood. And you know what? They're making a statement right there from the get-go. They're telling Sheridan, we're not scared of you.
Yep.
You better bring your A game because we're ready.
Well, the Bronx will bring their A game. We know they will.
Yes.
Now you just have to be prepared for anything. You don't know. You know, the Camels won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half, so the Bronx will receive the opening kick. And but you have to be ready for anything. Are they going to onside this thing? Are they going to try to kick it into the open space
and try to cover it?
Try to cover. Will they kick it deep? Try to kick it and keep it away from the dangerous return man of Gage Rogers and Breck Reed? You just don't know how it's going to start, but we're about ready to find out as Carson Eichscheid will have it teed up for the Camels here in just a moment. Both teams are getting their last-minute instructions from the special teams coordinators, and we are just about ready to get this 4A state championship underway. Boy, the 2 games yesterday were barn burners. Mountain View beating Bighorn in the 2A state championship 41-38. The 3A state championship went to Star Valley for the 4th year in a row as they beat Cody 26-21. And then today's games, boy, they were different games today. In the 9-man game, Little Snake River beat Burlington 6-man game 67-16, and the 9-man game, boy, it was a lopsided affair as well as Pine Bluffs beat Rocky Mountain like
48-0.
48-0. So a shutout in the 9-man championship game. Eichscheid has it teed up. We're about ready to get underway. Thanks for listening here on KWYO. The Camels in their all white, the Bronx in the blue and gold. The kick will be back at the goal line. Breck Reed straight up the middle, has a seam across the 25 and brought down at about the 29-yard line. And that's where the Bronx will take over, right at the 29. And so we'll see what the Bronx do here on offense to get things started.
Nice return to start the game. Nothing fancy, just right up the middle. And, found a little bit of a hole. Normally you see the Bronx take it to the outside, but Breck saw a little bit of a wedge there up the middle, but Campbell County did a nice job of shutting it down before he got to the 30.
The Bronx will be wearing their gold tops, blue bottoms with the gold helmets, blue numbers on those gold jerseys, and they'll be going from right to left across your radio dial. Andrew Adams has 2 receivers in the formation. First time, it's going to be a straight give to add. Actually, Keegan Rager it was Rager lined up in the Wildcat, and he goes for 6 yards out to the 35-yard line on first down. 2nd down and 4 for the Bronx.
Gage Rogers comes in to replace Keegan.
And still no quarterback in the game. It's going to be Beck Haswell lining up in the Wildcat as the snap receiver. William Greer will be flanked to his right side. Greer steps up. Now they look to the sideline to get the second set of calls in. Haswell gets Greer set. Now they bring Rogers in motion. Haswell, wide receiver screen, knocked out of the air. That was batted down back there. Getting that cleanly batted out of the air was the weak side linebacker, Cass Olson. And so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Bronx. Haswell tried to flare that thing out to a wide open Gage Rogers, but
if he puts a little bit of air underneath that was going to go for big yards.
So this time again,
It's Rager in the backfield.
Rager going to be the snap receiver here. Actually, no, it is Andrew Adams.
Yep.
Adams has William Greer to his right side. 5 receivers in the formation for the Broncs. And now we've got whistles and a timeout. Boy, the Broncs a little bit out of sorts here on third down. And Coach Maury wants a timeout. 11:06 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take timeout as well. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Bring your cybersecurity within range. Cyber attacks don't just put your data at risk, they put your productivity at risk too. Range Managed IT Services gives you a full suite of data protection, including managed firewalls, next-gen endpoint protection, and staff training to keep your business safe. Let our experts take care of your company's cybersecurity so you can take care of business and live your West life. Visit range.net/managed services and protect your business today.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to 4A State Championship football here on KWYL. Broncs back out on the field after the timeout. 3rd down and 4. Adams looks to the sideline, gets the second set of signals. The Broncs almost could have been called for a false start there, but they all moved to look. And now Adams looks inside. The ball going to be caught by Rager. He's going to, fumbles it out of bounds.
Let's see where they spot it.
I think they might spot it right at the marker, and that might be enough for a Bronc first down, but it was fumbled forward. But obviously they put it back to where the ball was fumbled.
First down.
Keegan Rager made
What a fight. Holy smokes, Keegan.
Man, what he was going to be tackled for a 4 or 5 yard loss. He broke away and made things happen. So a first down, a new set of downs for the Broncs, a new series. Adams with Rager lined up to his left. Wide receiver screen, that's going to be incomplete. Boy, not a good throw. And the intended receiver was Breck Reed, but he had no chance to catch that thing. It probably wasn't going to go for much anyway.
No, Campbell had that defended fairly well. If Breck would have caught that, I think it would have been a loss anyway. So
I think a lot of these short plays that they're going for right now are just going to set some stuff up. It's going
to open Breck Reed or Gage Rogers down the field for a big hit.
Come back with the same look and then go deep on them. 2nd down and 10 for the Broncs. They bring Rager in motion. Adams dropping straight back, looking for the screen pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost
Boy, that was dangerous.
Boy.
Yep, that was a big crowd right there in the middle of the field that they're trying to get that screen pass to.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Broncs from their own 39-yard line.
We've seen that play several times in the last few weeks, and it hasn't worked very well.
So this time it'll be Gage Rogers and Noah Newman splitting here to the wide side of the field. Also, Breck Reed coming here to the near side. Haswell will be the tight end. He's going to kind of be in the slot on the opposite side of the field, the far side. Rager in the backfield with Adams. Adams calls for the ball. They blitz. Adams has Reed in the slot. It's caught across the 45 to about the 46-yard line, maybe the 47. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2 for the Broncs. And they're going to bring the punt team in and punt this ball away. So Campbell took a chance, and they were able to get off the field here defensively and force the Broncs into a punting situation. And Breck Reed will be the punter. Breck came back as the punter last week. Liam Weber did a nice job of filling in for Breck while he was injured.
Breck has this nice rugby-style type punt.
And now Reed, he's off and running. He's going to pick it up. He's got and more across midfield now at the 40 and down to the Camel 35-yard line. That was a great call by the Broncs. I was wondering if it was coming.
I was going to say it, but I didn't want to jinx it. But when you have a Breck Reed that has the speed and the agility as your punter, you got to be ready for that, and Campbell was not.
They had a chance to get him behind the sticks, but he made one move and then cut it to the outside and was able to get across midfield and all the way down to the Camels 36-yard line. Bronx take over 1st and 10 right there on a new set of downs. Now Haswell will come in motion. High snap taken by Rager. Rager stays on his feet across the 35, down inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. It's only going to be a 2 or 3 yard gain on first down as the Bronx just continue to keep things changing. Andrew Adams is going to come back in now, and Rager will go to the sideline.
And this has just got to, keep Campbell County on their toes because they don't know who's going to receive that snap.
Adams almost got Campbell to jump on that first sound. Now they look to the sideline and get the second set of calls. 2 receivers, 1 to each side, double wings for the Bronx. Looking outside, nothing there. Adams, now he's going to cut it right up the middle of the field. He's going to get down to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 31, and it'll be a 3rd down for the Bronx at the Camel just outside the 30.
3rd and about 4 or 5, depending on where exactly they spot it.
Adams is going to stay in this time. The ball's just shy of the 30-yard line, maybe a ball length. And the Bronx offense sets up with 3 receivers here to the near side. 1 receiver to the outside, Rager in the backfield along with Adams. He'll be lined up to the right side in the pistol. Now they bring Greer back into the backfield as well. The give is to Rager. Rager's going to have enough for the first down and more. He gets stood up at about the 18 or 19-yard line. Actually, that's the 21, and the Bronx will have another first down and get another set of downs.
Great job by that offensive line. Keegan had a big hole to run through.
Boy, the offensive line blew the D-line off the ball that time. And it's been a stout offensive line for the Bronx all year long. And they're all juniors except
they're all
one.
coming back.
They're all going to be coming back.
-1.
This time, 3 receivers to the near side. Ball right in the middle of the field. Adams looks. Now he brings Rager back into the backfield. And they give it to him inside. Rager with a step inside the 20 down to about the 17 or 18-yard line. Actually, I think they're going to mark him inside the 17. So the Bronx will have 2nd down and about 6. A 4-yard gain there by Rager. And now we're going to have Beck Haswell coming in. He'll be the snap receiver here in the Wildcat formation. Breck Reed will be the receiver to the right side. Gage Rogers to the left. Braxton Crow will be the blocking back, more of kind of lined up right as a tight end with William Greer in the backfield. Let's see what Haswell does here on 2nd down. He's going to go right up the middle as well. Not much across the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. Another 3rd down here for the Bronx, but they've eaten up over half of this first quarter here on the first drive.
Yeah,
keeping it alive.
And keeping that Campbell County offense, keeping that running back, James Hahn, off the field.
Yep.
After going for over 200 yards last week, you don't want to give him. Do you want to give him limited chances?
So it's 3rd down and about 3 for the Bronx. Adams with William Greer to his right side. Now he's going to motion Keegan Rager back into the backfield. They give it to Rager. He'll have enough for the first down and more. He's inside the 10 and brought down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bronx. As they are knocking on the door here on the first possession of the game in the 4A state championship. 6:12 to go here in the first quarter. They're going to wind the clock. The officials for this afternoon's game are from the Eastern Wyoming Officials Association out of Torrington. Mike Jennings is the referee. Known Mike for a long time, a number of years. He's a great football official. He's a state-qualified swim and diving official. Also a great track and field official. Does it all in the state of Wyoming here for the high school kids around the state. Adams will motion Rager back into the backfield. This time they give it to him again. He'll get a block at the 6 and fall forward to about the 5-yard line. Not much there, but we'll give him about 2.5 or 3 yards. And they'll spot the ball just outside the 5.
I love this, that the Bronx are just keeping it on the ground, running the clock.
Not putting it in harm's way.
Yep.
So Adams, this time, will have Will Greer lined up to his right side. Rager goes off on this play. The blocking back will be Dillaway with the two receivers in there, Reed and Rogers. Adams looking to the corner of the end zone, fires it in there. It's going to be incomplete. Boy, had both receivers. That's going to be Braxton Crow and Gage Rogers were kind of in the same location, and I think Crow is actually the closest to it.
Yep. And now that brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
From the 5.
Yeah, from the 5-yard line.
So not a gimme here. I would have liked to see him run that.
It'll be Haswell and Rager in at the same time. Looks like Rager's going to be the snap receiver here with Greer.
And Crow's in there as well.
Boy, they've got 4 backs in the backfield. Now they move one up as a wing. Move a man across. Rager gets to the 5. He's in for the Sheridan Bronc touchdown.
What a call. Campbell County had no idea who was going to get the ball because of the personnel that Sheridan had in there.
4:56 left here in the first quarter, and the Broncs
from 5 yards out
get the first punch. Keegan Rager goes in from 5 yards out for the Bronc touchdown. William Greer will come on to attempt the extra point. Rager did a lot of the damage on the ground on that series for the Broncs. Greer has been almost automatic. Snap good, the hold's good, the kick is up, and it is good. With 4:56 left here in the first quarter, it's the Broncs 7. Campbell County will get the ball next. You're listening to Sheridan Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
In a world full of pipes, they existed for over 100 years, getting to the source of humanity's plumbing problems. Now, in a toilet somewhere in the city, a terrible evil has been released. One man, one mission, one chance, and this time, it's for real. For showtimes and plumbing, call A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, 672-9454.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A State Championship football game. The Broncs and the Camels. Shane and Ryan Parker high above War Memorial Stadium. And Ryan, a perfect first drive for the Broncs. Maybe not perfect, but they got the job done.
Yeah.
Just kept it on the, had 1 or 2 pass attempts there, but most of the time just running the ball with Keegan Rager. Andrew Adams had a couple runs. Haswell had a run, but keeping it on the ground and putting the pressure on the Camel defense.
Camels did a nice job of forcing some 3rd downs, but Sheridan was just able, to convert. So
even
what do you do?
A 4th down and 2
right
on a fake punt with Breck Reed getting the enough for the first down. So now William Greer will have it teed up. Back deep for the Camels are the return men, Drayden Vandam, and I think that's Lang back there as well. And it's going to be taken from the 2-yard line. That's going to be Vandam. Straight ahead, he'll get to the 21-yard line, and that's where the Camels will take over on their first possession of the game. Draven Vandam, the return man there for the Camels. So the Camels will come out on offense. And as you look, their quarterback has been solid all year long, Coulter Lang. Over 750 rushing yards, and he's thrown for almost 1,400 yards on the season, 18 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions on the year for the senior quarterback for the Camels.
And let's talk about these tall wideouts that they've got.
Misteller goes 6'7". The tight end, Andela, goes 6'8". Lang, he'll motion Hahn, clear out to the numbers, snap the ball, and that's going to be a flag. That's going to be illegal motion. The ball's on the ground, and did the Camels get back on it? Oh, boy.
Well, I don't think that play –
yeah.
Oh, that play would have counted.
Yeah, they had 2 guys in motion, and neither of them got set before the snap of the ball. So that's illegal motion.
You're going to decline that.
It'll back them up 5 yards, but the play results in a loss of about 8.
So I think you decline it and take the result of the play.
Absolutely. So they're calling it an illegal shift. Boy, the Broncs had a chance to pounce on that thing.
They did.
I think Haswell just missed getting on it. But
second and
about 17. Lang with Hahn behind him in the formation. Now they'll toss it to Hahn. Hahn gets a block, breaks a tackle. Now he stood up at the 15-yard line, and the Bronx driving back. So he'll pick up of maybe a yard or two there on first down and long.
That was Cooper Lynn on that tackle. He came up and really grabbed a hold of Hahn and didn't let him get to the outside.
So just a gain of 1 makes it third down now for the Camels.
Third and long.
3rd and 16 on their first possession here. And Lang will go to the air. You got to really watch the tight end in this situation. He's 6'8". They just got to lob the ball up to him. Lang gets hit as the ball is let go. It is caught downfield. That's going to be enough for a Camel first down. And that's the big 6'7" outside receiver, Misteller. And that's enough for a Camel first down out to the 34-yard line.
Yep, and he was wide open.
He just put it right between 2 defenders.
Yep, it was a great throw, even though he got hit as he threw the ball. But good job by Misteller.
So they've got a blocking back right almost directly behind the center. Lang calls for the ball. They give it to Hahn. Hahn right up the middle, but he's going to be stood up after a gain of maybe a half a yard.
Nice job, Blaine Phillips, filling that gap right there.
Out to the 35-yard line, just shy of the 35. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Oh, they're giving him the 36-yard line.
Boy, that's generous.
Wow.
Well, we've talked about this all year. This Bronx defense, they bend and bend and bend, but very seldom do they end up breaking.
So they're going to bring in an extra offensive lineman here. Lang looks. It's a reverse to Misteller. The Bronx stay home. Nice job. Way to stick him at about the 39, just shy of the 40-yard line.
Owen Matthews.
And one of the Bronx defenders got cut. I'm not sure who that is, but he's down on his back. So an injury right away for the Bronx. It looks like one of those D linemen. Can't quite tell who it is at this point, but
yeah, I can't see a number.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 for the Camels after the injury. So both teams will go to their respective benches as the injury timeout has been called. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. You're listening to 4A State Championship football here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Have you been in to see Sheridan Wyoming sports cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A State Championship game. 3rd down and 4 for the Camels. It was Keegan Rager who went down for the Bronx. He was able to get up and walk off under his own power, thank goodness. We'll see how long it'll take him to get back in. Now Lang. Lang has a man. That's enough for the first down. That's going to be the Draven Vandam from the tight end position, lined up and brought the ball into Bronx territory at the Bronx 49. Misteller comes up limping a little bit as well. He had to go to the sideline right away. And he's bent over at the 40-yard line getting looked at by the training staff of the Camels. So the number 1 receiver for the Camels, he looks like he'll probably be okay. 1st and 10 for Campbell County at the Bronx 49. This time Lang's going to keep the direct one. He's going straight up, but a holding call. That was a good call as well. We saw it from high above. But Lang gets about 9 yards, but it's going to come back on the hold. So that'll set the Camels back. They're going to step that off from about the 47-yard line. So it'll be another first down play. Actually, they're stepping that off from the 46. So it's going to be first down and about 16 after the penalty for Campbell County. With 2:14 left here in this first quarter, Bronx leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard. Vandam will be in the slot on the far side. Looks like Misteller is still out of the ball game. Lang The give to Hahn. He's going to be stood up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for 1 to the Camels' 46-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down now and about 14. They'll give him 2 yards there on the first down carry.
The Broncs have the number 1 rush defense in the 4A, and they so far in this first quarter, Hahn has done nothing, and I feel like they're forcing Campbell to throw the ball more than what they want.
So the Bronc defense gets aligned. Hahn in the backfield. Lang rolls out, has Vanham all alone at midfield, and he makes a jumping move, and they're going to call the flag. Yet you cannot leap a player in high school football. So that's going to be a penalty on the Camels as well. If you lead with your cleats when you're going over the player, that's going to be a penalty. And so the flag comes in. They talk about it. We'll see if it ends up remaining a penalty.
What do they call that? Hurdling?
They call that hurdling. The ball, I think they were going to give him enough for the first down. Personal foul hurdling on the Camels.
Oh, that's a personal foul.
Yeah, so that's a big one. That's going to set them back. It'll keep it third or second down, but that'll put the ball all the way back inside Campbell County territory at the 47. So it's going to be second down and about 13.
That is a call that you don't see very often.
Hahn split wide out. Lang takes off. He's going to take off down the far side and be run out of bounds inside Bronc territory at about the 44-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 4 after the big run by the quarterback Coulter Lang. So, yeah, right at the 47-yard line. The Bronx defense ran him out. I think that was Noah Newman who finally came up and chased him out of bounds. But the Bronx defense giving up a little bit of yards here on the ground is you got to really watch Lang. If he has nothing downfield, he will take off with it. Now Hahn, he'll line up to the right side in the pistol. 4 receivers in the formation. And Della lined up as the tight end. They fake it to Hahn. Lang takes off. He'll make one guy miss and fall forward to about the 40-yard line.
That's going to be close.
It's going to be a fourth down. It's going to be just shy, I do believe. They're gonna say right inside the 40. They're gonna
measure.
Bring the chains out and see if it was a first down. So there's 1:01 remaining here in the first quarter. Each team has only had the ball one time. The Broncs scored on their first possession. Campbell County still has the ball on their first possession. So they will stretch the chains out and they stretch it, and it's going to be just short. It's going to be fourth down and inches for Campbell County from their just inside the Bronx 40-yard line. So we'll see. I'm sure they're in go-for-it territory, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. That's what I was just going to say. I mean, you've got to go for it here. It's inches. You've got Lang that can run it. You've got Hahn. I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, you kind of just line up here.
And just go.
See if Lang gets under center. Now, you cannot assist the runner in high school football like you can with the tush push in pro football. Now Lang, he is going to get up under center, pushes forward, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down, but just barely. Boy, they marked that ball just at the 39-yard line of Sheridan. It will be enough for the first down. And so a new set of downs for the Camels. Brings the loud response from the Camel faithful. Boy, there's a good crowd here from Campbell County. Obviously, they have not been here since 2015 in the state championship game. The Broncs have won 9 straight games against Campbell County. Lang, the give straight ahead to Hahn. He hits the line of scrimmage and falls forward to about the 35-yard line. So they'll give him 3 or 4 yards there on first down. And that might do it for the first quarter. 20 seconds remaining here in the first. The Bronx leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard. And I think Campbell County is just going to let this thing get to the second quarter, and they will. After one complete, it's the Sheridan Bronx 7, Campbell County 0. You're listening to 4A State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app, and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Get ready to hit the court. Sheridan, Buffalo, Casper, Gillette, Montana, and South Dakota. It's time for the Sheridan Rec District's annual region-wide Winter Shootout Basketball Tournament for 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th and 6th grade girls, with every team guaranteed 3 games. Games tip off December 12th through the 14th in Sheridan. Entry is $250 per team. Sign up at TourneyMachine.com or find out more under the Events tab at SheridanRecreation.com. Deadline to register is November 28th.
This is Patrick Johnson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to 4A State Championship Football here on KWYO. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you the live action. Campbell County has it 2nd down and 6 as we start the second quarter. The snap, the give to Hahn, and he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by Haswell coming from the backside to grab Hahn by the ankles. And that's going to be a loss of about a yard back inside the 45-yard line. And so the Bronx start the second quarter with a TFL.
That's right.
Bronx leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard.
Brings up 3rd and 6.5.
Yeah, we'll call it 3rd and 6. They've got to get inside the Bronx 29-yard line for the first down. Watch Lang throwing here. 4 receivers in the formation. Hahn might have false started. They don't pick it up. Lang and finds Vandam. Vandam makes a move, makes a guy miss, and they're going to have enough for the first down inside the Bronx 20 down to the 15-yard line. Boy, Draven Vandam has really come on lately. He's had 7 receptions against East for 114 yards last week in that ball game. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Bronx 15-yard line for the Camels.
Boy, both of these squads have just used up chunks of clock on their – this is still the second drive of the game.
Lang rolls to the right, follows his blocker, cuts inside, stays on his feet. He's going to be brought down before the 10-yard line, right inside the 12. And so a short run for Coulter Lang, as he was following his running back, who was lead blocking for him there, down to about the 11.5-yard line. So the Bronx defense stiffens here inside the red zone. 10:15 to go here in the first half. Bronx leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard.
Campbell County's doing a good job of mixing the pass and the run.
Lang will send 4 or 5 receivers here into the formation. Drops straight back, looks underneath, looks for Vandam. It's going to be caught by Vandam. He's going to be grabbed and tackled shy of the 5. But it's going to bring up 3rd and very short. They've got to reach the 5-yard line for the first down, but it'll be 3rd and short for Campbell at the 6. So another short pass there to Vandam. That's already his 3rd catch of the ball game. And he did a nice wheel route after catching that to get away from the defender, picked up a couple more yards. So Lang now will have Hahn. This is probably where Hahn will be the battering ram. Lang looks inside, and now a timeout.
Trying to get the Bronx to jump.
So 3rd and short. Timeout. Campbell County will take timeout as well. You're listening to 4A State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Looking to jumpstart a high-paying career without a 4-year degree? At Sheridan College, their career and technical education programs offer hands-on training in everything from welding and agriculture to healthcare and advanced manufacturing. Get real-world experience, learn from industry pros, and graduate ready to join the workforce. With small class sizes, one-on-one faculty support, and scholarships, Sheridan College sets you up for success. Visit sheridan.edu/tech to explore programs, request info, and apply today. Sheridan College, your career starts here.
This is Caleb Zier with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium, the 4A State Championship. Ryan, both these drives, the Broncs took up over half of the first quarter, while the Camels had used up the rest of the first quarter, and now the first almost 3 minutes of the second quarter here on this drive. Each team's only had it the one time. Campbell County knocking on the door. They've got it 3rd and 1 at their 6-yard line. The give to Hahn. Hahn bounces it outside. Stiff arms a man. The Broncs defense knocks him down, but it's going to be 1st and goal for Campbell County at the 3-yard line. James Hahn got the 2 yards they needed. Maybe even 3 yards. I guess they'll give him 3 yards to the 3-yard line. And now they're going to bring in their jumbo package, an extra offensive lineman in there. They'll split a couple receivers out wide. Cohen Metler will go to the far side of the field, and Cass Olson, no, that's Dane Wasson, here to the near side. And Della will shift to the tight end spot on the right side. Now they shift that big guy into the inside. Hahn's going to be stuffed right at that. No, they're going to say he got in for the Campbell County touchdown. I thought his knee might have gone down at about the 1-yard line, but he followed his blocker in, and Campbell County's on the board with 8:42 left here in the first half.
Keegan Rager comes up limping a little bit after that play.
Well, it's good to see him back in there.
Yeah. But I think he'll be all right.
So with 8:42, Hahn goes in from 3 yards out, and Eichscheid is on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. With 8:42 left here in the first half, we are tied at 7. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Looking to get rewarded just for spending? With our You Choose Debit Cards reward program, you can earn points every time you swipe. Redeem your points for cashback, gift cards, travel, and more. It's your money. It pays to spend smarter. Enroll today and make your debit card work as hard as you do. Visit Security State Bank today and start earning with You Choose Rewards at no cost to you. Security State Bank, small enough to listen, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
After the timeout by Campbell County, actually the touchdown by Campbell County, they will tee it up at the 40. Eichscheid will tee it up, going back deep for the Broncs. As always, Gage Rogers and Breck Reed. And 8:42 to go here in the first half. Each team has only had it one time. Both teams have scored touchdowns on their first possessions of the game. We are tied at 7 with 8:42 left here in the first half. Eichscheid has it teed up. And see if the Broncs can get a good return here. Eichscheid boots this. It's going to bounce and be picked up by Crow at about the 13-yard line. He's across the 20, makes a man miss, and out of the 25-yard line, and a flag comes in late. Boy, there was just a big crowd of people. Don't know what they saw from about 15 yards upfield, but a flag came in right where the tackle happened.
Right. I don't know what he saw, but
the 25-yard line. Don't know. Looked like it was a holding call. Was the signal. So that'll mark the ball back to the 15-yard line. That's where the Broncs will start.
I don't know how you see a holding call right in the middle of a big scrum like that, but it is what it is.
Adams with Rager lined up to his left. Now Haswell shifts to the left side as well. Now they bring Reed in motion. They give it to Reed. Reed bounces it outside, gets a block, bounces it outside one more time. stutter steps and is going to be pushed out of bounds. It's only going to be about a 4-yard pickup out to about the 34 or 35-yard line. They're going to give him 5, I do believe, to the 35. But, boy, it looked like it could have gone for more.
Going to get it to the 30.
Oh, out to the 30-yard line.
So it's first down.
That is enough for a Bronc first down. 15 yards there on the jet sweep to Breck Reed.
He's just so fast and shifty.
Ryder Dillaway will come in at one of those blocking back spots for the Broncs. Braxton Crow on the other side. Broncs have 3 seconds on the play clock. They got to hurry to get it off.
Timeout.
And the Broncs are going to have to call a timeout. They took too long to get that play in. With 8:28 to go here in the first half, the Broncs use their second timeout. You're listening to 4A State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO 106.9 FM.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncs after their timeout. They didn't get the play in time and had to burn another timeout, their second of the half. But the Broncs will bring Breck Reed back in motion. 3 receivers to that far side. They look to the wide receiver screen. Now it's going to be Rogers downfield and incomplete off the hands of Gage Rogers. Boy, he was open for a second. The ball just floated an extra second.
Yeah.
Let the defense get a little bit closer, and Rogers just couldn't bring it in.
That was a nice throw by Andrew Adams, though. Just put a little bit too much air under that.
I like the design of the play because with Breck Reed coming on the jet sweep look, it makes those safeties and corners get their eyes into the backfield.
Right, and Rogers ran right past him.
And Rogers did run right by him, but they were able to get back downfield and close because the ball floated just a touch. 2nd down and 10 for the Broncs from their own 30. The handoff to Greer. Greer makes a man miss, dives across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And a flag comes in late there. The flag right at the 36-yard line. Is that going to be on? Is that a late hit or something on Campbell? Sheridan's not backing up. Illegal head contact by Campbell County.
So is that a big one?
That's going to be a 15-yarder. William Greer dove, and the defender hit him right in the head. I missed it, but that'll put the ball all the way into Campbell County territory at the Camels' 48-yard line.
Wow, that's big for the Camels. They've been doing a pretty good job of making the Broncs, use some clock and whatnot. That's big.
Earn every yard.
Yeah.
Now they're going to bring 3 receivers to the near side. Adams calls for the ball. Actually, it's Phillips. Blaine goes right up the middle. He's inside the 40. The ball comes loose, and the Camels recover it. They're going to say he was down.
Yep,
The far side official says he was down, and I thought he was down as well.
I did too.
I'd like to see the replay, but I thought he was down. As we look at the replay on the field, Phillips dove. Yep, and the ball was out. Or the ball, he was down. It's a questionable call. Maybe not. Maybe that's a very, very good.
Sheridan might have come away lucky with that one. We'll be honest.
They'll take 1st and 10 at the Camel 38. This time it's going to be Crow. Crow inside. No, actually it's Andrew Adams this time. He'll dive across the 35 to about the 34-yard line.
Wow, the Broncs might have escaped with one right there.
Or the Camel crowd is not liking it either, which I don't blame them.
Don't blame them.
The ball did come out right before on the replay. Blaine might have not.
His knees may or may not have been down before it got punched out, but it looked like it was out to me.
The official on the far side said he was down before that ball came out. He blew it dead. Phillips takes the snap. Now he gets right in behind that running back again. I think that was Braxton Crow leading the way, blocking. I think it's going to be is that enough for another Bronx first down?
Yes, sir. They're moving the chains.
At the Camel 29-yard line. So the Bronx keep moving the ball. 6:59 left here in the first half. And the Bronx offense keeps chugging along. Actually, no, they're going to say it's just they didn't move the chains. And the down marker hasn't moved either. Now the down marker is moving. It's going to be second down and actually third down and short here for the Bronx. Third and less than a yard. So now why is the clock not running? Adams inside. That's going to be incomplete. It's going to be fourth down. And now another flag. Is that going to be pass interference?
Oh, it came from the back, Judge, kind of in the middle of the field. So let's see.
One of the Bronx receivers was running a. Yep. One of the receivers was running a slant and just got taken off his feet. Wow, boy, the Camel crowd is not liking the officials here in the first half.
That's going to put it inside the 15-yard line.
So the Bronx will have it 1st and 10 at the 15. The ball just inside the 15-yard line. Andrew Adams back in at quarterback. Looks to the sideline to get a set of calls here. And now Braxton Crow moves from left to right in the backfield. Adams will give it to Crow. Crow dances inside, breaks a tackle, and is going to be brought down at about the 11-yard line. So a gain of about 4 yards there on first down by Crow. And now Andrew Adams brings the troops right back to the line of scrimmage. Newman will be the receiver here on the near side, out near the numbers. William Greer is going to go into the backfield. Crow will line up in the slot. Breck Reed on the outside on the far side of the field. Adams. Now he's going to make Haswell shift to the tight end spot on the right. Now they bring Reed in motion. They give it to Reed. He cuts it up inside, makes a move, dances outside, and he's going to be in for the Sheridan Bronx touchdown. With 6:08 to go here in the half, the Bronx are back in the end zone.
What a great play design. They bring Haswell from that weak side over here to the near side, and Breck Reed just followed him into the end zone.
So Breck Reed goes in from 11 yards out to put the Bronx back in front. Helped out by a couple of penalties and maybe even a
missed call,
a non-turnover.
Right.
So Greer will come on for the extra point, but nonetheless, the Bronx jump back in front. And Greer's kick is up and good with 6:08 left here in the first half. It's Sheridan 14, Campbell County 7. You're listening to 4A State Championship football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
It's Wyoming. 1 minute you're melting like ice cream in August, the next you're colder than an ice fisherman's backside in January, and your dog's stolen all the blankets. Luckily, Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning has your backside. Carl knows Wyoming weather better than anyone. Then he'll keep your home comfy whether Brutus gives back those blankets or not. Call Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning today or find us in the Country Bounty Business Directory. Carl, making homes comfortable no matter how moody Wyoming weather gets.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to University of Wyoming's War Memorial Stadium. We're here at the 4A State Championship football game. The Sheridan Bronx looking for their 55th consecutive win, dating back to September 24th of 2021. The Bronx have not lost in a long time. And they lead this thing 14-7 as they're going for their 5th consecutive state championship. And Ryan, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And boy, maybe they got a little bit of luck on their side on that drive.
It happens to every team.
It does.
So We'll just see. Now we need the defense to come out and get a stop.
What I like is that they, after that non-call on the turnover, they just took advantage of what they were given and punched it in the end zone. Greer's kick is going to be short, be taken at about the 10-yard line by Vandam. Draven makes a guy miss at the 50 or the 25 and then is dropped down right there. Nice job by Noah Newman to come up and make the tackle on defense. So Campbell will take over at the 25-yard line.
Decent field position.
I think they gave him the 27, actually.
That was Braxton Crow that came up and made that hit.
Okay, it was Crow. And they're going to spot the ball at the 27-yard line. That's where Campbell County will take over. And boy, they put a methodical long drive together on their first possession of the ball game. Sheridan's had it twice and scored twice. Campbell's had it once. They scored on their only drive, and they have it here for the second time with just 6 minutes left here in the first half. Lang, he's going to roll to the near side, look downfield. Now he looks like he wants to take off with it, and he completes the pass to Vandam. Boy, I don't know how he snuck that in just out of the outreach hand of Cooper Lynn, who is defending Vandam along the sideline. But I think that might be enough for a first down. It will be. That's going to be 11 yards on the pass play out to the 38-yard line.
Boy, he just snuck that right in there. I mean, not bad coverage by Lynn. Just a great play by Lang.
And a great catch by Vandam. That's already his fourth catch of the ball game. Lang, 3 receivers in the formation. This time it's a pitch. Goes to the backside, and he's going to be dropped for about a 4 or 5 yard loss. That's going to be the running back, Zayden Ross. And Ross.
I think that was Crow that came up from his linebacker spot. Oh, it was Rager.
Yeah, Keegan Rager.
Good to see him playing at full speed again because he was a little beat up there in that first quarter.
That's a loss of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 13 now for Campbell County. Probably a passing down here as Lang likes to sling it. Don't forget, coming up after the game, Wyoming Cowboy football will be heard right here on 1410 KWYO. Lang takes the snap, rolls to the near side, looks downfield. Now he's going to take off and run with it. He makes one man miss, and then the Bronx defense collapses. Boy, nice job. That might be a gain of about 1 yard.
Haswell turned him back to the inside, and then a couple of those big defensive linemen were right there to finish him off.
So Lang gets 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 now for the Bronx.
And this is what the Bronx want, but they've been known to give up some chunk plays, so these defensive backs need to be ready.
Well, I thought the defensive backs did a nice job on that last play. Nobody was open.
Yeah. Oh, would you call that a coverage sack, maybe?
Yeah. So Vandam, he'll be in the slot here to the near side. Now they're going to move Hahn out inside or out into the slot on the far side. Lang all alone in that empty backfield. Bronx get pressure. Owens puts pressure. Now he stops, looks downfield, and then Owen Matthews just knocks him down. That's going to be a 1 or 2 yard gain. It's going to be 4th down now for Campbell County. And they're going to have to punt the ball away. Owen Matthews just didn't give up on it.
No, and he showed a little bit of quickness right there for the lineman. Great job.
So the Bronx get off the field. The special teams are going to come on the field. And the punter for the Camels is Gunnar Streitz. He's just a sophomore, averaging 36 yards a punt. And he does get this one away. He kicks it out of bounds. Boy, the Bronx are going to come away with good field position, but they wanted nothing to do with the Bronx returners. Bronx are going to take over at their own 35-yard line. So good field position to start their 3rd possession of the ballgame with 4:12 left here in the first half. They want nothing more than to just run this clock out as they get in the end zone because Campbell County will get the ball to start the second half.
I was just going to say that this would be, the Bronx are going to want to come away with some points on this drive in the last 4 minutes.
So Blaine Phillips in at quarterback, 4 receivers in the formation with Rager lined up in the backfield to the left. 10 seconds now on the play clock. Phillips gets the signals, brings Rogers in motion. They give it to him. Rogers cuts, puts a foot in the ground. He's across the 35, 40, 45, and brought down just shy of midfield at about the 48 or 49-yard line. But that's enough for a Bronx first down. I like how Gage saw the opening, put his foot in the ground
and cut it back to the middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get north and south versus going east and west, and had plenty for the first down.
You bet. Great run by Rogers.
I like how they can use both Breck Reed and Gage Rogers in that jet sweep game. Now Liam Weber will be the receiver out near the numbers on the near side. Rogers in the slot. They give it to Greer. Greer hits the hole into Camel territory. He'll have enough for about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Broncs. Andrew Adams is going to come back in here on 2nd down. Braxton Crow will go off. 3:20 to go here in the first half. Now Haswell checks back in. He'll be lined up at the tight end on that left end. William Greer in the backfield with Andrew Adams. 3 receivers in the formation. Weber and Rogers to the near side. Reed to the far side. Adams in the pistol. Drops straight back. Looks. Has no one there, and he's going to be sacked. That's a covered sack for sure. Breck Reed was double covered down the far sideline, and that'll make it a 3rd down and 10. That's a loss of 6 yards on the play for the Broncs.
Andrew never looked away from Breck Reed. He stared at him the whole time, and those Camels, that they were spying, and they knew he wasn't going anywhere else with that ball.
Well, the safety over the top came over, and there was really nowhere to go. And the sack was made by Lucas Balfonts back inside Bronc territory at the 49. 8 seconds left on the play clock. And the Broncs are going to have to hurry to get this play off. They bring a man in motion with 2, and they snap the ball. And Phillips goes straight ahead into Camel territory with 2:05 left. And now Campbell County wants a timeout. They want to preserve as much clock as they can. But it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7 for the Broncs from the Campbell County 47-yard line. So we'll see what they do after the timeout. You're listening to 4A State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Doug, I finally found the perfect gift that doesn't come in the wrong size.
Let me guess. Detailing gift certificates from Waring Chevrolet Detail Shop?
Yeah, no batteries, no assembly required. Makes their car look brand new.
It's the gift that says I care, and also your car smells weird.
Buy a gift certificate, wrap it up, and boom, holiday hero.
That's us, Waring Chevrolet, making cars shine brighter than your Christmas tree.
The Waring Chevrolet Detail Shop, open now, 409 Broadway in Sheridan.
I'm Doug Hockett with Stiefel Investments, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Out of the timeout, the Broncs will have it 4th down and 7. Well, they'll call it 4th and 6. 2:06 left here. It looks like the Broncs are going to go for it, initially anyway.
This might be a good spot for one of those pooch punts. Maybe pin Campbell deep with the 2 minutes left on the clock.
Well, it is Beck Haswell, and he's been known to do that before. He's in the Wildcat formation. Now they move inside, and Haswell is just going to boot this ball away. It's going to land, and it's going to trickle into the end zone. Just didn't get the bounce that he wanted, and so it's going to be a touchback. Campbell County will take over at the 20-yard line. I thought that's what they might do there. There was nobody back because it looked like the Broncs were going to go for it. Haswell takes the snap, takes 1 step back, and then pooch punts this thing, but it bounced at about the 15, but had a forward roll that took it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, Reed tried to get down there with his speed to stop it from the end zone, but it was just a little bit too much.
Get a little more airlift on that punt. So Campbell County stops the Broncs on their 3rd possession. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the first half. Lang with Hahn behind him. Lang looks downfield, has Andela. Andela is going to be hit and dropped at about the 26 or 27-yard line. Be a 1st down gain of about 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 for Campbell County, and they're back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Hahn is going to come all the way out to the numbers on the near side. 5 receivers in the formation. Quickly, the catch out there is going to be made by Cass Olson. The ball going to be caught and be, out across the 35 to about the 36. The clock stops with 1:34 to get the chain set. They need to wind the clock, and they do. Lang now with 3 receivers on the far side and Hahn in the backfield. They will give it to Hahn straight ahead, but the Bronx defense comes up and drops him right there. Gain of about a yard across the 35 to the 36, 37-yard line. And quickly, Lang drops back. Andela. And now Lang's going to run for it. He's across the 40, 45, and runs out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So that's another Camel first down with 1:07 left. Each team with one timeout left here in the half.
Nice job of Lang getting out of bounds on that play.
Bronx leading 14-7 on the range scoreboard here in the 4A state championship. We knew this was going to be a contest, and it has been a dogfight here in the first half.
Not a whole lot of possessions going on.
Lang, 4 receivers in the formation. Hahn lined up to his right. He'll drop straight back, and Hahn out of the backfield. And actually, he drops it. But I thought there was a big hold right in front of Lang.
Yeah, he
now
was
one
wide
of the Bronx
open.
Defensive linemen's down on the ground. I think that's Sam Huffman. Huffman on his back at about the 42-yard line. And so a injury timeout on the field with 1:02 left here in the first half. We'll take timeout as well. You're listening to 4A State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Leaves crunching, kettles whistling, football helmets colliding, families chattering, the sounds of fall. Hearing loss can be a subtle thief, taking away these precious sounds and others that make our lives so rich. If you think you or a loved one may be struggling, please call our office to schedule your free hearing test and consultation. There is nothing to lose and everything to gain. But the changing seasons encourage you to make a positive change for better hearing. Call 674-8920 on the web at ebahearing.com or visit on Coffeen Avenue right next to Sherwin-Williams.
This is Cheston Feaster with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Out of the injury timeout, Campbell County back up on the line of scrimmage quickly. It was Sam Huffman. He'll have to come out for at least one play, but he was able to walk off. 4 receivers in the formation. Lang takes the snap, drops straight back, feels some pressure, and he's going to be grabbed. The ball's up in the air, and it bounces around, and it's going to be caught by Hahn. Boy, that ball bounced off of 4 or 5 different guys before it finally, 3 or 4 Bronx had a chance at it. Fisher Peldo was there, Owen Matthews, Beck Haswell, and it ends up in the arms of James Hahn.
So, but why? I don't understand why the clock is stopped.
I think they're trying to
Are they calling it incomplete?
Are they calling it an incomplete pass?
It may have hit the ground because otherwise...
Yeah, there's 48 seconds left on the clock. It'll be a 3rd down and about 15 if they do call it incomplete. It is 3rd down and 15.
So they must call that incomplete. Okay.
So this time they'll send Andela. He'll be lined up on the right side tight end. 2 receivers to the outside. Hahn in the backfield with Lang. Lang in the pistol. Bronx have an extra defensive back in the game. And the pass downfield, oh my goodness. The receiver out there, Cohen Metler, was wide open, but Lang threw it out of bounds by about 10 yards.
Yeah, totally overthrew him, and that would have been 6 for Campbell County.
Yeah, Metler was wide open. Breck Reed didn't get over there nearly in time. Metler was running free at about the 25-yard line, but the ball was thrown out of bounds.
You don't see Lang miss like that very often.
And the punter comes back in. That's Streitz with 49 seconds left. I'm sure he's going to angle this out of bounds. They don't want to give up a big return. So Streitz, and he'll punt this ball away. And oh boy, that was a line drive out of bounds. The Bronx are even going to get better field position at the 40-yard line. So 44 seconds left, 1 timeout. Let's see if the Bronx can get at least in field goal range. William Greer's been kicking it well, and there's no wind. Boy, the wind has just completely died. It was a very breezy day here at War Memorial Stadium all day long. I mean, probably the nicest 2 days of state championship football in the history of the games being played here in Laramie. It was about 68 degrees and windy yesterday for the 2 games. Today it was probably about 60 degrees and
windy.
The wind blew all day, but now that the sun has gone down, the flags are just limp.
Yep.
There's no movement at all, inside or outside the stadium. The Bronx take over 1st and 10 at their own 40. Phillips brings Reed in motion. They give it to him. Reed, not much there. He's going to get 2 yards, and the Bronx are going to have to hurry back to the line of scrimmage and see if they do. They're going to have to run one more play, I believe. The game clock and the play clock are about equal. See if the Bronx take one shot here. They do have one timeout. 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain by Reed. Phillips with Rager lined up in the backfield with him. Now he'll drop straight back. Phillips he ducks one man. Now he takes off on the run. He's across midfield, makes a man miss at the 45 and dives forward to about the 41-yard line. And the Bronx call a timeout with 4 seconds left.
Good job by Blaine. Nothing there. He didn't force anything. Found a little seam up the middle.
So the Bronx call their last timeout with 4 seconds left. We'll just keep it right here through the timeout. They're going to have to go for the home run ball here, Ryan. There's just not enough time to get close enough for field goal range. Do want to remind our listeners, if you are looking to listen to the Wyoming Cowboy basketball game tonight as they take on Portland University, that game will be on our sister station, Fox Sports 106.3. And then the Wyoming Cowboy, that game is at 7 o'clock, the Cowboy basketball game right here over at the AA here at the University of Wyoming. And the Cowboy football game will follow our game as they will play Fresno State out in Fresno, California tonight. And kickoff is at 8:30 tonight from Fresno. So
plenty of time after this game.
If you're looking for that game, it'll be right here on KWYO. Just a reminder to the listeners who might be looking for those games tonight. Cowboy basketball will be on 106.3 Fox Sports Radio, and Cowboy football will be right back here on KWYO at 8:30 tonight. The Bronx are going to run one more play here with 4 seconds left in the half. Phillips drops straight back, looking downfield, puts it in the air, and it's going to be knocked down at the 10-yard line, and the half comes to an end. So we are at the half of the 4A state championship football game. Sheridan 14, Campbell County 7. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to 4A state championship football here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
You know what makes a big difference in life?
I know, making smart money choices.
That's why First Federal Bank and Trust partners with local schools and organizations to teach financial basics.
They make it fun and interactive with free materials, bank tours, and real conversations.
And we tailor everything to fit your classroom or group.
I want to get started right now.
You can learn more at efirstfederal.bank. First Federal Bank and Trust.
Investing in strong financial futures.
Hey, Jill, you hear McDonald's Monopoly is back.
Oh, yeah, my game face is ready. This year, I'm winning big.
Sure you are. Last year, you won fries and bragged for a week.
Hey, fries are priceless, Bob. But this year, I could win a car, a vacation, or even $1 million.
Seriously, all you got to do is peel the game pieces, enter them in the McDonald's app, and see what you could win.
Easy. Eat, peel, win. That's my kind of multitasking.
The Monopoly game at McDonald's. Grab your favorite McDonald's and get peeling. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
Looking for space, comfort, and character? This cozy 5-bed, 2-bath home offers 2,700 square feet of living space. Enjoy original hardwood floors and newer AC and furnace and updated electric throughout. A finished walkout basement with a wet bar and peaceful backyard are ideal for relaxing and entertainment. Move-in ready and full of charm. Call me, Callie Munsick with Buffalo Realty, ERA powered, and see 725 North Carrington at buffalorealtyllc.com.
We're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. Hi, this is David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. From small towns to big dreams, we are here for our customers, helping Wyoming grow. Whether you're saving for the future, expanding your business, or buying your first home, we're here every step of the way. First Bank of Wyoming, local, trusted, and always by your side. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Camco Federal Credit Union, we offer all the banking functions you need with the personal touch you deserve. From our rewards checking and our share certificates to convenient online banking with our mobile app. Whether you need to remote deposit a check, pay a bill, or transfer funds, we make it easy. And when you need to talk to a real person, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Visit one of our branches or call us today at 307-682-6105. Camco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal housing lender.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Building or remodeling your home or commercial space can be overwhelming.
With so many decisions to make, choosing the right contractor matters.
At North Country Construction, we believe you deserve a team you can trust.
From initial planning and site work to concrete and final touches, we handle the entire process with a decade of quality in the Sheridan area that speaks for itself.
When only the best will do, call North Country Construction 307-461-2896.
307-461-2896.
One Health in Sheridan provides medical care, mental health, and other support services for the whole family. Our whole person approach serves children, adults, and seniors, and we accept patients with private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and no insurance. From childhood immunizations and wellness checks to substance use treatment, visit One Health for same-day availability and an income-based sliding fee. Visit onechc.org/Sheridan for more information.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to 4A State Championship football here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. We are at the University of Wyoming, and the Broncs are leading Campbell County 14-7 here at halftime. And Ryan, first of all, I want to recognize he's a friend of ours, and we've both spent time refereeing with him on the field. But Brian Maury, the father of head coach Jeff Mauy, he just received a plaque here at midfield from the Wyoming High School Activities Association for his 40 years of football officiating. So congratulations to Brian Maury and for 40 years, giving it to for the kids of Wyoming for 40 years.
Yeah, and what a good guy.
What a great guy.
I enjoyed going on road trips with him. Lots of knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
40 years. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of miles and a lot of field underneath him that he's very knowledgeable and does a great job. And him and the Sheridan Football Association football crew, they did the 9-man football game today here. So they were awarded a state championship game this year as well. So congratulations again to Brian Maury. He is retiring. This will be his final year. He'll still do some lower level stuff, but obviously, he's got a grandson who's going to be playing for the Broncs next year, and he wants to be able to watch Bryce play a little bit, and so he's going to give up the Friday nights and just do lower
Can't
level
say
stuff.
I blame him.
Right. After 40 years,
yeah,
he's
time.
earned that. So congratulations. But the Broncs lead this thing 14-7. If you're a Campbell County fan, you're thinking you got one taken away from you.
Correct.
Blaine Phillips, there was a play where he fumbled the ball, but they said he was down before the ball came out. Upon replay, the ball may have came out. I mean, it was a bang play. You don't fault anybody in that. I mean, it really was bang. But the Broncs got a couple touchdowns. Keegan Rager scored on a 6-yard touchdown with 4:56 left in that first quarter. The Broncs ate up almost three quarters of that first quarter with the ball before they finally punched one in. They led 7-0. Campbell County got the ball back. They used up the rest of that first quarter, plus about half of the second quarter before James Hahn scored on a 3-yard touchdown run, and we were tied at 7 with 8:42 left in that second quarter. The Broncs then punched one in with 6:08 left. Breck Reed from 11 yards out got a touchdown run, and William Greer's kick was good. So 14-7 at the half, and Campbell County will get the ball to start the second half. But as we take a look at the stats from the first half, the Broncs total yards, Looks like they have 164 total yards in that first half. Campbell County has 136, so very even. Passing-wise, Campbell County with 94 passing yards, Sheridan with just 12 passing yards in the first half.
That's not a big surprise. Sheridan's a run-first team. A lot of times they'll use that run to set up the pass. Very ball-controlled first half by both teams.
The Bronx, 152 yards on the ground. The number that I like, 6.6 yards a carry. And so if you're getting 6.6 yards a carry, you're keeping the other team's offense off the field, and you're just marching right down the field.
Yeah, you're moving the chains every 2 plays if you're getting 6.6.
Campbell County just 2.3 yards per carry in that first half. But on the opposite side, they're averaging 10.4 yards a completion.
And we've talked about this throughout the whole season. The Sheridan Broncs are fine, 5, 6, 7 yards a catch.
Yep.
Just don't make them. They want them to drive the length of the field.
So it looks like Sheridan, no penalties in that first half, that's a clean half for them. Campbell County, 5 penalties for 64 yards. That could be the difference in the first half.
Well, I know that after last week's game, Coach Maury in the postgame show talked about the last 2 weeks, there's been way too many penalties. So it looks like maybe they focused on that this week during practice, and they've got it cleaned up so far.
So the Campbell County Camels will receive the second half kickoff. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we will run down the other 4 state championship games for you, and we will await the teams back out here on the turf for warm-ups. You're listening to 4A State Championship football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They'll tell you nobody sells campers cheaper than them. Let me tell you, they're wrong. We do. Midway RV in Sheridan has new campers at the lowest prices in the country. Units won't last at these prices. Limited floor plans available, trade-ins welcome, financing ready. Midway has a floor plan for you. Hit the mountain road or back road for less. Stop by our newest showroom on Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan. Visit midwaycampers.com. Lowest prices in the country, right at your fingertips.
If you haven't signed up for the Sheridan Media newsletter, well, now's the time. You'll find some of the top news stories of the week, community events, local sports, weather, as well as the latest movies from Centennial Theater. What's happening at the Weill Theater? Discover fun facts, local photos and videos, Sheridan history, country bounty links, as well as links to some of your favorite businesses and promotions. It's emailed every Thursday morning. If you don't get the newsletter, you're missing out. Click on the Sheridan Media newsletter button that's on the front of our website at SheridanMedia.com.
Winter's coming, but not at the Bighorn Y. The kitchen's open 11 to 2 with an unforgettable menu. Halibut and chips, the golden chicken sandwich, and more. Order ahead, 672-2447. Pick up your lunch, a take-and-bake dinner, or a legendary Hetty's pizza. And don't forget our wine and spirits selection. Find the fall menu on Facebook. Just search for the Bighorn Y. That's Bighorn Y, which unfortunately reads like Big Horny. The Bighorn Y. Unforgettable food, unfortunate Facebook address.
It's cold and getting colder, but Farmers Co-op is ready to help you stay warm this winter with premium wood pellets for your stove and deliver your propane to your place. Heating your barn or shop? They have kerosene and #1 diesel for your portable heaters as well. And don't forget the feed supplements for your livestock to get them through the winter. Come in from the cold with Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's is located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing, with offices in Sheridan and Casper, are ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. The Sheridan office of Michael Lansing and Nicole Soto provide competent local legal services focused on businesses, real estate transactions, estate planning, employee protections, trust litigation, and personal injury. Michael and Nicole will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights and are proud to support all local youth activities.
This year, First Northern Bank of Wyoming is celebrating an incredible milestone, 140 years of serving our Wyoming communities. For generations, we've been with our customers through every season of life, helping families, ranchers, and businesses thrive. From local lending to personalized service, we're proud to be your community bank and trusted partner. Whether you're starting your first loan or account, growing your business, or buying your dream home, we're here for you. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, proudly serving Wyoming communities for 140 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 402576.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to 4A State Championship football here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. Boy, Ryan, the weekend has been good. The weather's been great down here in Laramie, probably the nicest it's ever been for the 2 days of the state football championships. And we were treated to two great games yesterday.
Yeah, those two games yesterday. Unfortunate that any of those teams had to lose because, man, those players left everything on the field. Couple close games. We had a 5-point game and a 3-point game, and, man, it was fun to watch.
Bighorn came up short in that 2A state championship game. They left it all on the field, but, boy, Mountain View was able to squeak that one out. 41-38 was the final. It was 14-7 at halftime in that game as well. Mountain View had the lead, and both teams put on an offensive show in the second half. The quarterback for Mountain View, 485 yards of offense by himself in that game, over 300 yards rushing and 160-some yards passing. I mean, just a very, very impressive showing by Mountain View. They win their first state championship since I think it was like 2018 or something like that when they were last in the state championship. In the Class 3A, Star Valley won their fourth consecutive state title, beating Cody for the fourth consecutive year. Cody was back on this field for the sixth straight season. They'd won it the 2 times prior, beating Jackson both times. But Star Valley has now won 4 consecutive. They've won 33 consecutive games as a program as well. So they are not, I mean, they're quite a way, they're a couple seasons behind Sheridan, but still 33 games is very impressive.
Yeah, and they we were looking at their roster. They had like 26 seniors, I think, but then they're going to be reloaded. They have like 24 juniors on the squad.
Right, so they'll just reload.
Star Valley will be good again next year.
And then the other 2 games before the 4A game today, in that 9-man game, it was Little Snake River and Burlington, and that one got out of hand pretty quickly. It was a running clock, mercy rule game at halftime, and Little Snake River went on to beat Burlington in the 1A 6-man championship. 67-16 was the final. And then in the 1A 9-man championship, it was Pine Bluffs against the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies from over there in Cowley, and wasn't much of a game either. That one ended, 48-0 was the final of that one, with Pine Bluffs winning again on the so far the only different state champion from a year ago is in that 2A where Mountain View beat Bighorn. Star Valley repeated as the 3A, Little Snake River repeated as the 6-man, and Pine Bluffs repeated as the 9-man state champion. So we're just waiting the outcome now of this 4A state championship game where the Broncs are leading 14-7 here at the half. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we will have second half action for you. You're listening to 4A state football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
When the Sheridan Broncs take the field, they bring strength, precision, and pride. At Simply Stone, they bring that same energy into every project, specializing in countertops, Their team fabricates and installs the finest quartz, marble, granite, and porcelain surfaces, turning your home into something truly exceptional. Just like the Bronx, they believe in hard work, dedication, and a rock-solid foundation. Stop by their showroom at 2745 Heartland Drive or visit simplystonewyo.com. Simply Stone, simply the best.
There's just something magical about Christmas at Mystic Tree Farm. Starting November 21st, the greenhouse comes alive with the scent of fresh evergreens, Nordman, Douglas, and Noble Firs, each waiting for that perfect home. We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, and Sunday, 11 to 5, closed Monday, Tuesday, and Thanksgiving. Come wander among the trees and sip a hot drink, nibble on a fresh cookie, and take home a beautiful 18 or 24-inch wreath. And during Sheridan's Christmas stroll, we'll be open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with chili cookies and holiday charm. Bring the family and make a memory at Mystic Tree Farm, 114 Decker Road, just past North Main Interchange. Find us on Facebook.
Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming corporate office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Does the housing market cool down when the temperatures drop? Not at all. Hi, this is Colton Bates with the Bates team at Best, and while others are sipping pumpkin spice lattes or peppermint mochas and dreaming of spring, smart buyers and sellers are making their best moves. Fewer listings means less competition. Serious buyers and sellers are ready to deal. Plus, homes look their coziest in fall and winter. Don't let the season fool you. Whether you're buying or selling, the best time is right now. Call us at 675-BEST or visit bestwy.net today.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A State Championship game. We are at the half, about ready to get the second half kicked off. I'm Shane Parker, along with Ryan Parker here tonight. And Ryan, now it's time to really get focused. The Bronx lead by 7, but this is anyone's ball game.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of just a juggernaut back and forth there in the first half.
See who makes the most adjustments here going into the second half. Obviously, head coach, the interim coach for Campbell County, his name is Cole White. And Coach White, just with one start in front of him as the interim head coach, that was last weekend in the semifinals. And so see what kind of adjustments the staff for Campbell County makes here at the half. And obviously we know the Bronx are always good at making adjustments going into the second half. They've only trailed once all year going into the half, and that was a few weeks ago at Campbell County where they trailed 10-7. They lead by 7 here in the 4A State Championship, and Will Greer has it teed up. We're just about ready to go. And perfect weather. It is 51 degrees and no wind on the 15th of November here in Laramie. A short kick going to be taken at the 12 by Vandam. Vandam straight up the middle, hit at the 25-yard line, fights forward to about the 29, and Campbell County will start with decent field position out at the 29-yard line.
Well, Greer having a little bit of trouble getting it deep. He's normally putting it into the end zone. So, well, Bronx defense. Let's see if we can get a 3 and out. We haven't seen any of those tonight.
There's not been a 3 and out all night long
for either
team. So Andela and Vandam will go to the far side along with Mettler. They're all lined up on the far side of the formation. Hahn in the backfield. Now Vandam goes in motion. They fake it to Vandam, and Lang makes one man miss. He's across the 40 out to about the 42-yard line. Now they're going to say he's down to the 41. So, boy, a 12-yard gain on first down. They faked the jet sweep to Draven Vandam.
Kind of a hard name to say.
And Lang just took it right up the middle of the Bronx defense for 11 yards and the first down. So 1st and 10, Campbell County at their own 41. Lang, this time he's going to roll to the far side, looks to the outside, overthrows his man. It's incomplete. Vandam had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
I think he had to get rid of that just a touch early because Haswell was putting quite a bit of pressure on Lang.
It would have been close to another first down if he would have made the catch, but he'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Mettler comes back in from the sidelines for the Camels. He'll bring his wide receiver spot to the near side of the formation. Hahn in the backfield, lined up on the right side of Lang. Andela, the tight end. Now Hahn will shift into the outside spot. Now a wide receiver screen inside, going to be cut down just after a 2-yard gain. Phillips and Rager there defensively for the Bronx. Not sure who made that catch. I think it was number 5, Dane Wasson. So Wasson makes the catch, cut it back inside, but it was only for 2 yards. 3rd down and 8 now for the Camels.
Bronx have got to get him off the field here.
Campbell County will have it at their own 43-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Lang will bring Hahn to the right side of the pistol. 4 receivers out in the formation, 2 in the slot. 1 on each side. Lang going to drop straight back, looking for the screen. Nothing there. Being chased. And he's out of bounds. But he threw it to Vandam, but Vandam was standing on the white.
Yeah, he was already out of bounds when Lang tossed it to him, but he had to get rid of it because Owen Matthews was bringing the pressure.
I think Vandam thought he was in bounds, or I thought Lang thought Vandam was in bounds, but he was standing on the white paint right at midfield. It wouldn't have been enough for a first down. It would have made it 4th and very short, but now it's 4th and 8. The punting team is on. So the Bronx give up 1 first down and now get off the field. Just a minute and a half into this 3rd quarter. Here's the punt, and it's a good one. It'll drop. Reed all the way back. Reed fumble it off his chest, and the ball goes.
I think Campbell County got it.
Campbell County got it at the 10, 15-yard line.
Wow. That is a huge mistake by the Bronx.
Let's see, off the chest. Oh boy. No, it was covered. I thought the first guy from Campbell County, he was laying on the out of bounds boundary, but the second guy came in and covered that ball up just before it went out of bounds.
Wow.
So Campbell County with the break, and they take over at the Bronx 14-yard line. See if the Bronx defense can hold here to maybe a field goal attempt. Vandam goes in motion across the formation. They roll out Lang. Vandam's all alone, but there's a flag down. Yeah, that's a flag. Lang at the 12-yard line. And I think was that an illegal pick or something downfield?
Because how did he get that wide open?
Yep,
it's going to come off the board.
Illegal formation on Campbell County. So that will take the touchdown off the scoreboard for the Camels. But boy, Vandam, nobody went with him in motion.
Right.
And he was all alone at the 5 where he caught that and just walked into the end zone. Bronx defense fell asleep, but were bailed out by a yellow hanky. Now the clock is running again with 10:07 left here in the 3rd. Hahn now to the left side of Lang. Lang looks downfield, nothing there. Uses a block. Now he reverses field, being chased by Matthews. Matthews pushes him out of bounds, forces him out at about the 18-yard line. That's going to be
just a short gain.
Maybe a short gain to the 18, maybe a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 14 for the Camels. Actually, they will spot it down at the 18-yard line, so we'll call it 2nd and 13 with 9:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter after the Bronx muffed the punt and Campbell County recovered at their own 14. After a penalty and a 2-yard gain at 2nd down and 13. Here, the ball is
did the Bronx get it?
The Bronx intercepted. Blaine Phillips, I do believe, came up with the interception at the 9-yard line.
Wow.
So the Bronx get the stop they need. He just dove right in front of Vandam. Boy, Lang has found a new favorite target in Draven Vandam. He's tried to go to him all night long. That time, Blaine Phillips read it, dove right in front, and made the pick going to the ground.
I just this Bronx defense, man. They're back against the wall, and they just make play after play after play when it matters.
So now Andrew Adams. Now he's going to bring Rogers in motion, and the Bronx, we're going to get a false start on the Bronx. That'll back him up half the distance. So a false start on the Bronx, and they move behind the sticks.
What a battle.
Is it monkey see, monkey do here? I mean, Campbell County went backwards on their first play on the last series. Now the Bronx, Adams going to be standing on his own goal line. Haswell will line up at tight end. Now they're going to bring Rogers in motion again. And he doesn't give it to him. Adams going to be stacked up behind he's going to lose a couple more. It's going to bring up first and about 16 or 17 now from the Bronx from inside the 5. They're going to put that ball down at the 4-yard line.
Second and long.
So second down, and I'm going to call it, 16? Second down and 16 for the Bronx. Play clock down to 10. Crow moves to the other side of the formation. He'll line up in the wing with 4 seconds on the play clock. Phillips, he's going to go right up the middle across the 5. He's going to reach maybe the 10-yard line. So he'll get 6 yards, and the Bronx will have 3rd and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
Just wanted to get a little breathing room there.
So a good hard-nosed run by Blaine Phillips. Noah Newman's going to check in at one of their wide receiver spots now. He's going to go to the right side of the formation. Breck Reed will come to the far side on the near side. Phillips again with Greer in the backfield. Again, he's going to take off. Tries to bounce it outside. Nothing doing there, and the Bronx are going to have to punt the ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 8. They're going to give him, they'll give him 3 yards, 4th and 7, and the Bronx are going to have to punt the ball away. And just looking at the coaching staff on the Bronx sideline, I don't know that they ran the correct play there on 3rd down. So 4th and long for the Bronx. Breck Reed will come on, and I guarantee this probably will not be a fake this time.
Not this deep in your own end zone.
The Bronx
in
have
your
not
own
punted
end
yet. Tonight, there was a fake that Breck was able to pick up the first down. This time, it's over his head. He corrals it, gets the punt away, and it's going to be caught at midfield. And right there is where Campbell County will take over.
Boy, he darn near muffed that one right at midfield.
That was Cohen Metler back deep for the Camels. He bobbled that one, but the Bronx were able to corral him right at midfield.
And the Bronx avoided another. Breck Reed, that was not a good snap on that punt, but he was able to get it and get that punt off.
So the Bronx avoid disaster after the interception by Phillips. And now both teams just a defensive battle. Lang will have James Hahn lined up to his left. 4 receivers. He drops back now to the inside, handoff to Hahn. Hahn breaks a tackle at midfield, and out the 45, 40, 35. He rumbles, and the Bronx can't bring him down. That's a 20-yard gain on first down for James Hahn.
Wow. Bronx were trying to tackle up high.
The Bronx finally got to him. Keegan Rager there, but it's a 20-yard gain for Hahn. And the Camels are back in business. Dane Wasson will be the receiver on the far side. 2 receivers here to the near side. That's Vandam and Drayden. Inside handoff to Hahn again. Pyle pushes forward for a couple down to about the Bronx 27-yard line.
I think they're going to give him 3.
Getting up slowly for the Bronx. Keegan Rager, boy, he has taken a beating tonight from that linebacker spot. They're going to give him and Braxton Crow both a break here on 2nd and 7. Sladen Bodanovich comes in at one of the linebacker spots. Cooper Lynn also in there. Lang rolls out. No one goes with him, and he runs out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Just short.
Maybe just, I think they will give him the 20. I think that's going to be enough for a Camels first down. If they give it the 20, it is a first down, and it is. So with 6:26 to go here in the third quarter, Campbell County 1st and 10 at the Bronx 20. Lang, boy, he likes to get out in the open space. If he sees a receiver, he will throw it downfield. If not, he'll just take off and run. The Bronx have got to try to contain him. Now 2 receivers to the near side. 1. That's Wasson on the outside. Lang, this time the handoff to Hahn. Hahn dances, and he's going to be flung behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 or 2 on the play. Nice job holding the edge there, the Bronx defense on that side.
Yeah, the edge stayed at home and forced him to go back inside, and then there was just a gang of yellow jerseys right there.
I think Brady Hartman was probably the first guy there for the Bronx, and then a bunch of yellow jerseys came to help out. 2nd down and 11 for Campbell County with 5:53 to go here in the third. No scoring in the third quarter. Bronx still leading 14-7 on the range scoreboard. Lang drops straight back, has some pressure, forced out of the pocket, now looks downfield at the 20 and run out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down play for Campbell County. It's going to be 3rd and 9, but this is probably 4-down territory unless they would elect to try to kick a field goal to have them inch a little bit closer to the Bronx. So 3rd and 9 with 5:37 left here in the third.
And their field goal kicker has attempted 16 field goals on the season, so with a long of 37.
10 seconds on the play clock. Lang will have Vandam, Andela, and Wasson bunched up on the left side of the formation. They fake the give to Hahn. Lang looks downfield, has a man. It's going to be run out of bounds. That's Vandam again at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 5 for Campbell County. Let's see what they decide to do.
Do you think you got to put some points on, or are you okay with
4th down and 5? Play clock ticks down to 25. Looks like they're going to go for it here. The Bronx defensive line has to be patient. See if the Camels might try to draw them off here. 4th and 5 from the Bronx 15-yard line. 5 receivers in the formation. And Haswell jumped.
They got the timeout first. First.
I think we did get the timeout first.
You could hear the Sheridan coaches in the booth next to us, and I was watching across the way, and Maury got the timeout before the jump.
So the Bronx called timeout with 5:31 left here in the third. We'll take timeout as well. You're listening to 4A State Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Bring your cybersecurity within range. Cyber attacks don't just put your data at risk, they put your productivity at risk too. Range Managed IT Services gives you a full suite of data protection, including managed firewalls, next-gen endpoint protection, and staff training to keep your business safe. Let our experts take care of your company's cybersecurity so you can take care of business and live your West life. Visit range.net/managed services and protect your business today.
Hi, this is Jeff Tomlinson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium, the 4A State Championship. Looks like Campbell County's going to line up now to kick this field goal. They'll spot it down at the 22-yard line, so a 32-yard field goal attempt by Carson Eischeid. 14 of 16 on field goals on the year. 37 is his long. Snap is good. The kick is away, and it is good. So with 5:27 left here in the third quarter, Campbell County gets the field goal. And they've cut the lead for the Bronx from 14-7 to 14-10. And the Bronx offense, they've not done much here in the third quarter. They're going to have to really get after it here with their next drive.
Yeah, it's been they haven't tried to open up much of the passing game at all. And Campbell County's done a nice job of, keeping them behind, not giving up big plays. So We'll see what the Sheridan Broncs have in them. Still with the lead. No need to panic. We're just not used to seeing the Broncs play like this. Few mistakes, but...
Well, give credit to Campbell County.
Absolutely.
They're putting pressure on the Broncs.
Yep.
The Broncs bent but didn't break. They gave up a field goal, and they still have the lead.
And now it's time to do something on this kick return. We know how dangerous their special teams can be, but let's see.
So Breck Reed, Gage Rogers back deep for the Broncs. Eichheid has it teed up at the 40. And I'm sure he'll try to get this into the end zone. So 5:27 to go here in the third, 14-10, Broncs with the lead here on the Range scoreboard. And that's a false start on the offsides on Campbell County.
You bet. The guy right next to the kicker on the far side
was 2 or 3 yards downfield before Eichheid ever kicked that ball away. So that'll back him up 5 yards. Now the Broncs will probably for sure get a return of some sort.
Campbell County full of adrenaline after that field goal and just ready to go.
So the official calls the offsides penalty. They back him up to the 35, and Eichheid will have to kick it off again. Good crowd on both sides, both bands here. Good student sections on each side. Been a fun state championship weekend here in Laramie.
It always is.
So Eichheid waits for the whistle. He's ready to go. And this time it's going to be kicked right down the middle of the field. Rogers goes and picks it up at the 15, flips it to Breck Reed, gets a block. Breck cuts it outside, gets behind one man, going to be across the 35 and out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
Decent field position.
Let's see where he stepped out. I think it's going to be right at the 36-yard line. So a good return from the 15 out to the 36, and that's where the Broncs will take over.
After a little bit of a bobble by Rogers, it was a little slow developing, but Breck did a nice job getting it out above the 35.
Yeah, just the bounding ball.
Yeah.
It was tough to, the football's not the easiest thing to pick up when it's rolling.
Right.
Rogers goes in motion. Rager makes a cut. He got the Wildcat snap out across the 40 to the 41. And actually that was Haswell on the quarterback run there.
I would like to see the Broncs get Haswell a little bit more involved in the offense tonight. I think that's the first time we've called his name on the offensive side.
Well,
maybe one other
a couple
time.
other times from the Wildcat,
right.
But not much. They're going to put him back there again this time. And the Broncs are going to line up with the double wing on each side. They make a man go in motion. Haswell across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 4 for the Broncs.
This is what the Broncs did to start the third quarter against Campbell County a few weeks back. They put Haswell back there, and he led him down to a touchdown score.
So much better tackling so far for the Camels tonight. This time, Rager's going to come in. See if we can get him in a blocking formation because Haswell's still in there in the Wildcat snap receiver formation. Dillaway and Rager blocking backs.
Campbell County's clogging the box.
And we've got an illegal formation of some sort because there's a flag down and the Broncs did not pick up the first down. William Greer gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Illegal formation on the Broncs. Are they going to decline that and make it fourth down? Yeah, they are. They are going to decline that penalty. It'll make it fourth down for the Broncs. And the punt team's going to have to come on. So the Broncs offense does nothing with their latest series. Well, no.
It looks like they're going to go for it.
They're going to line up to go for it anyway. 25 seconds. No, now the punt team comes on. Not sure why the play clock. Now they're going to wind it. There the play clock goes now with 22 seconds on it. And Reed drops back to his own 29. And that's a clean one. And he gets this punt away, but it's short. And it's going to hit and take a Campbell County bounce. And they'll jump on it at the 34-yard line. So that's where Campbell County will take over. And now a penalty post kick. That's going to go against Gillette. Number 60 gets called for something for Campbell County. That flag's laying right at midfield. Dylan Walker is going to be called for a penalty, maybe something unsportsmanlike. The referee, the white hat, threw that flag right at midfield. Personal foul of some sort is what they called there. So instead of having the ball at their own 34-yard line, that's going to move the ball all the way back inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. So Campbell County will start inside their own 20. With 3:38 left here in this third quarter, Lang with Hahn in the backfield, 4 receivers in the formation. Now they move Hahn into the slot. Lang drops back, now wants the middle of the field, takes off, and makes Blaine Phillips make a tackle, and he does, but it's a 6-yard gain on first down.
And we've talked about that most of this ball game. The coverage downfield is great, but then Lang just takes off and runs with it. So
Vandam was on the sideline getting stretched out. He must be cramping a little bit. But he's back out on the field, and Della is going to be wide out here now. He comes clear out to the numbers. Lang looks inside. The ball's going to be caught by Vandam out across the 34 or 29 out to the 30-yard line, and that'll be enough for the Campbell County first down. So the Camels move the sticks with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, trailing 14-10 on the range scoreboard. This Bronc defense, they've made a couple of mistakes tonight, but for the most part, they've done a decent job. 4 receivers in the formation. Lang again looks. Now he stops, gives the ball off to Hahn, and nothing there. Beck Haswell.
Great job.
That's a 3-yard loss in the backfield.
Big play.
Haswell he's seen that formation and that play call before where he fakes the toss and then hands it on the inside handoff to Hahn. But Haswell didn't bite at all.
Yep, he saw that coming and stood his ground, made a great 3-yard loss.
So 2nd down and 13 for the Camels as we approach 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. This has been a dog fight from the start.
As we thought it might be.
Yep. Four receivers in the formation. Lang drops straight back, looking for a hole. Now finds Hahn at the 18, makes a man miss at the 30, and then he's going to be slung down at about the 47-yard or 37-yard line. They're even going to give him the 38. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Hahn out of the backfield running hard.
Good run by Hahn, but Bronx need to wrap up. They had him for only maybe about a 5-yard gain and just couldn't wrap up, but nice hard running by Hahn.
So now 3rd down and 1 for the Camels. They've got to reach the 39-yard line. Andella's going to line up as that blocking back in front of Lang, Hahn behind him. Lang takes the snap. They fake. Lang, he'll have enough for the first down across the 40 out to about the 42-yard line. Breck Reed on the tackle. So a new set of downs for Campbell County as we are under a minute to go in the third. Sheridan leading 14-10 on the range scoreboard. We knew this was going to be a dogfight, and it has turned into one. Both teams playing well. The line of scrimmage is where this battle is being won. And the Campbell County offensive line doing a nice job. Lang Drops straight back. There's a hole. Vandam again makes the catch. He's going to be dumped at midfield, and a flag comes in. See what
that was a late flag.
That was a late flag. It's an illegal man downfield, I do believe.
Well, that would be that official's call.
Yep. And Vandam is cramping again. He's laying right at midfield with his legs straight up in the air, trying to get. Let's see what is the call here. The officials get together. Yep, illegal man downfield. That's what I thought it was. So erase the catch out to midfield, and that will be a 5-yard loss for the Camels. It'll be 1st and 15. But Vandam cramping up again. He's been all over the field offensively tonight for the Camels and just keeps cramping up. We saw that yesterday in the Bighorn game as well. A couple
with
of the
Bridger Doak
and Hernandez both
cramped up. Yep. I was just going to say that. That reminded me of Bridger Doak yesterday in the second half.
Boy, just a warm evening. Not warm, but warmer than usual.
For this time of year.
Laramie.
In Laramie, you bet.
I mean, it's still 50 degrees here in Laramie on a Saturday evening. So 1st and 15. Lang gives it to Hahn. Hahn, boy, 4 or 5 Bronc defenders right there to make the tackle. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 14. That might be the last play of the third quarter. See if Campbell County wants to push it because there's just 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and the game clock is well ahead of the play clock, so they don't have to snap it, and it don't look like they're going to.
They're going to walk to the sideline. That's going to do it for the third quarter. After 3 complete quarters of the 4A state championship, it's Sheridan 14, Campbell County 10. We'll be back with more right here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
We all know what number 1 and number 2 are, but have you ever gone number 3? Well, if you have and you now need someone to come and fix your plumbing, there's only one call to make. A+ Plumbing has seen and dealt with it all over the years, and they will not judge you. Give them a call at 672-9454 and let them take care of your number 3. After all, they are number 1 in the number 2 business. A+ Plumbers, 672-9454.
Have you been in to see Sheridan WYO sports cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
This is Cody Leithhead with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A state championship football game. Sheridan and Gillette. As we go to the fourth quarter, Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you the live action. 2nd down and 14 for Campbell County. Ball's at their own 38-yard line. Lang drops straight back. Pressure comes. And they get to him as well as Owen Matthews, both there. And that's going to be a big loss back to the 31-yard line. Boy, good pressure up front by the Broncs. Good coverage in the secondary.
Boy, now it's 3rd and a mile?
21. 3rd and 21, I do believe.
Finally, we're able to get some pressure on the Lang. Good call.
Both DNs, Owen Matthews and Haswell, collapsed on him, and he had nowhere to go. 3 receivers plus a tight end in this formation. Hahn, Lang, looks downfield, fires one. It's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Boy, the Camel fans wanted a late hit or something, but
he ran into the back of the Bronc defender.
Right. Yep.
I mean, Gage Rogers was just trying to slow down.
Because he knew that ball was out of bounds.
Right. So Campbell County's going to have to pump the ball away. So the punter, Gunnar Streitz,
Let's see if the Bronx special teams can come up special right here.
Well, he's going to aim this thing for one sideline or the other.
You bet.
And it was kicked away. And it's going to be Gage Rogers from about the 28-yard line up the sideline, breaks a tackle. Now at the 40, a flag comes in, and the Bronx are going to be run out of bounds before midfield. But a flag, and now a late flag as well comes in. A late flag.
I think the first one's going to be a hold on the Bronx.
And I think the second one could be a late hit out of bounds on the Camels. Or are they going to wave that one off? He's shoving it back in his pocket. So I think they're waving that one off. I saw him turn around and kind of wave it at the white hat.
But he didn't show it for everybody to see.
Right. A block in the back on the Bronx at the 38, so that'll push them back to their own 28-yard line. That's where they will start this drive with 10:59 left here in the fourth quarter. And the Bronx offense is going to have to do something. They've really struggled to move the ball here in the second half. Haswell will come in as the snap receiver.
Got to wait for the officials to all get back into position here.
And is this where they take the shot with Haswell throwing the ball? On the year, he is 4 of 5 throwing the ball for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns. So we'll see what the signal comes in from 16 on the play clock. William Greer will be the back lined up to the left side. Dillaway goes in motion. Haswell, oh boy, he's got a man. He's got one downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, my goodness. The ball,
just a little bit underthrown.
Gage Rogers was open, but the ball was underthrown. Oh, my goodness. He tried to come back to it to create the penalty, but it was just too underthrown. So now 2nd down and 10. I like the play call.
Yep, but now you've used that play call. It's not one that you can go to too often.
Haswell looks like he's going to stay in as the snap receiver here. Gage Rogers. Boy, the signal's coming in slowly. We're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Gage Rogers will be on the outside on the far side of the field. We're down to 5. Reed gets set here on the near side. And the snap right. And it's going to be a reverse to Reed. Reed has a blocker outside, cuts it up inside, being dumped across the 30, about the 31-yard line. Just a short gain of 4 yards on 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Bronx.
It looked like Breck had some room to the outside, and he planted that left foot and came back to the inside.
The defender, I thought, fought off the block really well and came back inside to make the tackle. So now Andrew Adams comes in at quarterback. Again, William Greer in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side. Adams. The inside handoff to Greer. He's straight up the middle, and he's going to be just shy of the 1st down.
They're going to say a full yard short.
Ooh, boy.
1 step away. I think you got to go for it.
And now Haswell's going to come in as, this is the snap receiver part here. They're going to go quickly. Haswell.
Camels are going to load the box.
Takes the snap. Gets to the outside. He does. He has enough. He's near midfield and be tackled across midfield. And a late flag comes in. He was hit after he was down. And I think that was Vandam again. And Vandam's up limping. Oh, no, that's not Vandam. That is Tate Reed. And I think they're going to get a late hit on Reed. If that's the case, the Bronx will have the ball well into Camel territory. That'll be marked off from the 47 of Campbell County.
Against Sheridan?
It was against Sheridan?
What was that?
But it's still enough for a 1st down. They marked the ball. Wow.
It was after the play.
But that was just a 10-yard mark-off.
So what was that call?
Unless there was a late block in the back at the end of the play.
Wow.
I guess I didn't see the end of the play.
We'll get 5 yards back right there.
Sheridan got Campbell County to jump into the neutral zone, so that'll be now 1st and 5 for the Broncs. 9:29 to go here in the ball game. Broncs leading 14-10 on the range scoreboard.
What a dogfight we're in.
The Broncs move the ball out to the 49-yard line on the 5-yard penalty on Campbell County. Liam Weber will be the receiver here on the near side. 2 receivers in the slot. Now Greer moves back into a blocking position. Inside handoff to Rager. Rager breaks a tackle. He'll have enough for the first down inside the 45 to about the 47 or 43-yard line of Campbell County.
So I think Sheridan's going to be content on just running the ball and trying to work this clock.
If they can rip off 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, they're going to keep it on the ground for sure. So 1st and 10, ball at the Camels 43. Andrew Adams flanked by 2 backs. 2 receivers out here to the near side. Adams, the handoff. That's Rager or Crow. And good job hanging on to the football inside the 35-yard line. That's William Greer on the carry.
Nice carry for 9 yards by William.
So it'll be 2nd down and 1 with the ball at the 34-yard line.
If you had a bigger lead, I think now would be a good time to take a shot at the end zone, 2nd and 1, but I think you just got to keep getting first downs.
8:10 left here in the ball game. Adams. He didn't get into the neutral zone?
Oh, he got back apparently.
Ooh, boy, he took a full step. Campbell County jumped again, but he got back before the Broncs put it back in. Now William Greer in a little bit of trouble, and he'll be dropped for a 1-yard loss.
And maybe the line of scrimmage.
I guess they're going to give him back to the regular line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. And actually, it's going to be like 3rd and a yard and a half. They've got to reach the 33-yard, or the 33. The ball's between the 34 and 35. So a yard and a half needed here on 3rd down. Braxton Crow will be in the backfield to the left of Adams. Adams calls for the ball, gives it to Crow. Crow going to be stood up, and he's going to lose another half yard back to the 35, and it's going to be 4th and 2 for the Broncs. So 4th down and 2 as we approach 7 minutes left here in the ball game. Haswell will come in as the snap receiver.
Man, 2 plays to get 1 yard, 1.5 yards, and now we're looking at 4th and 2.
Greer, Crow, and Dillaway blocking backs for Crow, for Haswell. Haswell fighting forward. I think he's got enough for the first down. He's at the 33. They're stopping the clock, and they're saying, move the chains.
Yep. Good job, Haswell.
He got just enough for the first down.
Man, Campbell County's doing a great job of just loading that box.
Well, on 4th and a couple.
Well, yeah, you're going to do that. But I'm just saying, in general, they're making it hard for the Broncs to run the ball.
So 6:42 left here in the ball game. And the Broncs get a new set of downs. They run the clock now. Rogers and Reed, receivers to the outside. Adams with Crow and Greer in the backfield with him. Adams takes the snap, the handoff to Crow. Crow dances, fights across the 30 to the 29, 28, and pushes the pile forward down to about the 27-yard line. So a good hard-nosed run by Braxton Crow there on 1st down.
Still hitting right about that 6 yard to carry.
Clock ticking down to 6 minutes left here in the. And now they're gonna blow the whistle here. What's the stoppage? Oh, one of the Campbell County players is not feeling well, so he has to come off for at least one play. The official ushered him off the field.
Well, Sheridan had a guy trying to tie his shoe, too.
Right.
So
now they wind the clock with 6:06 left here in the ball game. 2nd down and 3 for the Broncs. 7-yard gain on that last run by Crow. Now they're going to bring a man in motion. That's Reed. Reed goes back outside. And the inside handoff for Crow and a flag. Boy, these officials are flag happy, aren't they?
They are.
Both ways. There's been a ton of flags thrown.
Yep. Going to be a hold on the Bronx. I wish that official would point.
He doesn't point to which side.
He gives you the signal, but he's not pointing which way.
But they're stepping it off against Sheridan.
Yes.
So that's going to bring up second down and behind the sticks now. The ball will be placed down at about the 36-yard line. Second down and 13 for the Bronx.
You try to air one out here. Campbell's doing a great job of eliminating the run.
Well, they've got the safety on each side, so they've got safeties. Adams looking down the middle, has a man. That's Gage Rogers. He's got the catch at about the 15-yard line. That's enough for the Bronx first down. They're going to say he's down at the 16.
What a throw by Andrew Adams. He zipped that one right in there.
Double coverage. Both two defenders there for Campbell County, but Rogers makes the catch in between the two defenders.
That's big.
And the Bronx are knocking on the door, 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line of Campbell County. So we approach 5 minutes left now here in the ball game. They send a man in motion. Haswell it is Haswell. He's pushing the pile forward down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard, 7-yard gain there on first down. They spot it right at the 10. So a good hard-nosed run by Haswell inside the red zone. Second down and 3 for the Bronx from the 10-yard line. Ryder Dillaway is going to go off on this play. Andrew Adams back in the ballgame with William Greer in the backfield. Not much Keegan Rager out of the backfield tonight.
Used him early.
Greer, high snap. Oh, my goodness. Greer just going to fall on it at the 25-yard line. Boy, the Bronx keep shooting themselves in the foot. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and about 20. Oh, my
You have to have
goodness.
a positive yard play. If you don't get the first down, you hope you get enough for William Greer to be in field goal range here to move this to a 7-point lead.
.343 left here as the clock continues to wind. Play clock down to 7. Haswell, the snap receiver, takes it, rolls, pitches it on the reverse. Looking downfield in the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Had a man. Breck Reed was open.
2 guys were down there.
But it's going to be a 4th down now for the Bronx. And I think they're going to have to try to kick this field goal. It'll be about a 41 or 42-yarder. The ball will be placed down at the 24-yard line. So it's going to be a 41-yard attempt from the right hash mark. With 3:24 to go here in the ball game, trying to make it a full touchdown.
And now a flag? Something on Campbell County.
They line up in the neutral zone.
So we get illegal substitution? Too many men?
Too many men on the field.
Wow.
Yeah, they do have 12 men on the field.
Mistakes on both sides. Penalties both ways.
So now this is going to make it a 36-yard field goal attempt by Greer.
Much more manageable.
And watch Andela in the middle, that 6'8" frame. The kick is on its way, and it is good. William Greer from 36 yards out gives the Bronx a touchdown lead again with 3:19 left here in the ball game. Boy, you talk about a pressure kick.
Yeah. I mean, if he kicks it like that from before the penalty, I don't think it's good.
So 17-10, Bronx with the touchdown lead. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the finish. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Mobile banking is a terrific service with numerous features, and Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union has it. With the Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union mobile banking app, use your smartphone for remote deposit, transferring money, paying bills, making loan payments, and more. Take a picture of a check and deposit it into your account. Mobile banking is fantastic at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A State Championship football game. Sheridan leading Campbell County now 17-10 on the range scoreboard. And wow, we knew it was going to be a dogfight, but boy, both teams making crucial mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, snaps over heads.
Penalties,
muffed punts, interceptions.
Right.
It's just been one mistake after another, and the Bronx win streak is on the line. A 5th consecutive championship, which would set a state record, is on the line. William Greer has it teed up, leading by 7 with 3:19 to go, and he puts the foot to this one, and it bounces and goes into the end zone, and it is a touchback. So Campbell County will start at their own 20-yard line. Campbell has all 3 timeouts, Sheridan with just 2. As we look here, and the Bronx defense is going to have to bow their necks for the final 3:19.
What a battle.
You know Lang's going to be throwing. Misteller has been almost unheard of tonight, but because Breck Reed's been flanked all over him.
Yeah, and Andela hasn't done much.
Andela's not even in the game.
It's all been
at this
Vandam.
point. 5 receivers here in the formation. Lang takes the snap, looks outside, and finds Wasson. Wasson breaks a tackle and finally brought down by Rogers.
9-yard gain.
And now a late flag as well. What in the heck is going on?
These officials. Wow.
Well, if
I don't know.
You don't know what was said or what was going on? An unsportsmanlike on the Bronx. And that is very un-Bronx-like.
Right.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
Here
to
we
move
go.
the ball closer to midfield.
We just talked about mistakes on both sides. Boy, oh boy.
3:07 remaining here in the ballgame. Now a bunch formation, 4 receivers, but they're all bunched tight to the line of scrimmage. Lang drops back, goes up the middle, going to be hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. He might get 1 yard, and the Bronx just need to, the whistle blows, let him stand. So a 1 yard gain out to the 46-yard line of Campbell County, 2nd down and 9 as we approach 2:40 left here in the ball game. The big offensive line for Campbell County comes back to the line of scrimmage. 5 receivers wide, 3 to the near side, 6'8" Jack Andela out here on the outside. A quick out, and it's going to be incomplete. Andela just couldn't get to it. Boy, I thought Cooper Land had a chance.
Yeah.
He read that, but was just a step behind the throw. But 3rd down and 9 now for Campbell in what is probably 4-down territory, trailing by a touchdown.
With 2:21 left on the clock, I would assume so.
They do have all 3 timeouts, so if they were to punt the ball away, they could use their timeouts on defense and try to force Sheridan to punt the ball away again. But 3rd down and we'll call it 3rd and 8. And Lang going to roll to the far side, looks downfield, now cuts it up, has a man, and boy, I thought there was a hold in the backfield, no call.
And Lang just got clobbered.
At about midfield, it's going to bring up a 4th down play for Campbell County from midfield, but their quarterback Lang is down on the turf.
Boy, he took a hard hit.
And Beck Haswell's limping off as well for the Bronx, but he did make it to the sideline.
Boy.
But quarterback Colton Lang at about the 48-yard line of Campbell County. He did take a shot, but it was clean.
It was clean.
It was a clean shot. I mean, that's what happens when you become a runner.
And I'm not sure who laid the wood, but.
And you've got trainers from both sides out there looking at Coulter Lang. The backup quarterback is going to be, I think it's Drew Wasson, the sophomore, 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. He led them to a quarterfinal win in the first round of the playoffs because Coulter Lang was out with an ankle injury.
He had gotten hurt in the Wednesday in practice or something.
Yeah,
so
so
Wasson, I think it was Wasson, had to come in.
Drew Wasson was the quarterback that entire game, but he'll have to come in here on a 4th down and 4 from just inside Bronx territory.
Well, they've got Lang up, but he's not putting any weight on that left leg.
Left leg, yeah.
I wonder if that's maybe that same ankle that he hurt a couple weeks back.
So they're going to help him to the side, and he's pretty much being carried by the coaches.
Yep.
To the Campbell County bench. And the Bronx defense, they're going to have to bow their necks here one more time. 4th down and 4.
I think you got to watch for...
Campbell County's got to reach the 45-yard line. Wasson likes to run the ball as well.
Well, and you got Hahn out there. Boy, they're taking their time getting Lang out.
Well, he can't put any weight at all on that left leg.
Right.
Now they're going to bring Blaine Phillips out of the middle of the linebacker spot and put him on Hahn out here near the numbers. Vandam will be the slot receiver on the far side. And they've got the short side of the field has 3 receivers out there and 2 receivers to the near side.
The Bronx got to contain.
Wasson, standing at his own 45, brings Vandam in motion. Takes the snap, looks, and he's going to be dropped. And the Bronx are going to get to him.
Boy, big sack when the Bronx needed it.
That's a big sack.
And that gives Sheridan the ball back.
So with 1:46, the Bronx are going to get the ball back. Campbell County does have all 3 timeouts.
But, yeah, they're going to have to use them on defense now because Sheridan will just run the ball.
The sophomore quarterback looked downfield, just nothing was open, and the pocket collapsed on him. So the Bronx with 2 big sacks here in the second half, forcing Campbell County off the field here.
You can see the frustration starting to build with some of those Campbell County players.
Keegan Rager will be the snap receiver. Looks to the sideline for the set of calls. With 1:46 left here in the ball game. Sheridan leading 17-10 on the range scoreboard. Rager takes the snap, gets in behind his blocker, and he'll pick 4 down to the Campbell County 43-yard line, and Campbell County calls timeout. With 1:42 left here in the ball game, Campbell County takes timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to 4A State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Get ready to hit the court. Sheridan, Buffalo, Casper, Gillette, Montana, and South Dakota. It's time for the Sheridan Rec District's annual region-wide Winter Shootout Basketball Tournament for 5th through 8th grade boys and 5th and 6th grade girls, with every team guaranteed 3 games. Games tip off December 12th through the 14th in Sheridan. Entry is $250 per team. Sign up at TourneyMachine.com or find out more under the Events tab at SheridanRecreation.com. Deadline to register is November 28th.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to the 4A State Championship game. We're inside 2 minutes left here in the ball game. The Bronx leading 17-10. Keegan Rager brings the offense back to the line of scrimmage as the snap receiver. The Bronx have got to get a first down. Rager goes straight up the middle again, going to be brought down from behind. It's going to be a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Bronx. And Campbell County takes another timeout. And now a late flag again. Unsportsmanlike. Is that on Campbell County? I think it is.
I think it is. I don't know. Someone must have said
They must have said the magic word because it's an unsportsmanlike on Campbell.
Wow.
And that will give the Bronx a first down. Boy, the Campbell County fans are lighting it up.
I'm not, been an official, never in a state championship game, but I'm not impressed with these guys tonight. both ways. They've been bad both ways.
We don't know what was said.
True.
If they said the magic word, it's an automatic flag. So, but when it's deciding a state championship, I can see it both ways.
Right.
You wanted to maybe keep the flag in the pocket, let it be earned on the field.
Right.
That gives the Broncs a first down. Campbell County will have one timeout remaining now. 1:39. I don't think the Broncs can actually go into victory formation as of yet. But, boy, this was a dogfight.
Oh, boy.
What? I mean, and Campbell County's going to say it was taken from them. Obviously, there was a fumble by Blaine Phillips early in the game that could have gone either way. They said he was down. Campbell County did recover that would-be fumble. That could have changed. The Broncs went in to score. That could have changed momentum there.
But
there's been penalties both sides.
But also, Campbell County got a muffed punt, and they couldn't do anything with it.
Yep, very true.
So they had some big penalties to back them up on, So either way.
So 1st and 10 for the Broncs. Keegan Rager, the snap receiver. They'll load up that left side with blockers. Bring Breck Reed in motion, and they give it to him. Breck puts his foot in the turf, cuts it upfield. He's going to get a yard or two to the 25-yard line, and Campbell County takes their third and final timeout right there with 1:31 left here in the ball game. So 40 seconds, and 40 seconds is 20. The Broncs need to probably run one more play for sure without kneeling. I don't know if they can quite run out the clock here on 2nd down and 9.
Well, there's 91 seconds left. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 9 from the Campbell County 25-yard line. And I think the Bronc coaches are probably doing the math here. See if they kneel on it here on 2nd down and 3rd down. They wouldn't be able to kneel on it on 4th. That's 80 seconds. There'd still be 11 seconds left on the clock when they would have to snap it on 4th down. So if they run one more play here and get the first down, they would definitely be able to kneel on it and end this ball game.
Well, and it's only 2nd down.
Right.
So if they run the ball here and get positive yards, I think that they can run the clock out. We'll see. But Campbell cannot stop the clock.
Andrew Adams in at quarterback. Takes the snap, gives it off to Rager. Rager, he fights his way towards the 10-yard line of the 15. That will stop the clock because that's enough for the first down. And the Broncs are going to win this ball game. They're going to win their 55th consecutive game and their 5th straight state championship. Let's see, are they going to measure? Are they going to say it was a first down? Yes, first down Broncs. And that is going to do it. The Broncs are going to set a new state record with their 5th consecutive state title. It's never been done in the state of Wyoming. Andrew Adams can just go into victory formation. And I see the Broncs over there trying to sneak up on Jeff Mauy with the Gatorade bath.
Well, at least it's not below 0 and whatnot if they get him.
And they take the snap with 1 minute left. They'll have to snap it one more time. And then this ball game will be over. They will win this thing 17-10.
Oh, there went the Gatorade.
and they got him. The crowd, the players on the sideline are going crazy.
Boy, oh boy, 55 in a row.
And the Broncs have to snap this thing one more time. It's under 40. And Andrew Adams takes it and snaps it, and that's going to do it. Your Sheridan Broncs are your 2025 state champions in the Class 4A. And, boy, they are going berserk over there. What a fun ball game.
What a great ball game.
I mean, both teams fought like cats and dogs. And the Broncs may have made just one more play. One more play than the
Camels.
And that's it. The clock is running down. And it is now official. The Sheridan Broncs are your 2025 Class 4A
It wasn't easy.
champions.
It was not easy.
Not at all.
Boy.
Hats off to the Campbell County Camels. All the turmoil that they've been through in the last week, firing the head coach.
Man.
Having to put together a different offense with it. Maybe they didn't put in too much of a different offense, but they had to come alive, and they gave it their all.
Yep.
Hats off to the coaching staff on both sides, the players on both sides. I know the Camels will be dejected, and the Broncs are going to celebrate their 55th consecutive win. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring. We'll run down all of that. Your Sheridan Broncs are your 2025 Wyoming Class 4A state champions. You're listening to State Championship Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Ready to hit the road? Sheridan College's Commercial Motor Vehicle Driver Training Program is now offering an 8-week course with a flexible start date. Get your CDL with hands-on real-world training and step into a high-demand career with excellent job opportunities. Don't wait for the next semester. Start driving your future forward today. Call CMV instructor Joe Bennett at 675-0788 or visit sheridan.edu/driver training to learn more and secure your spot.
Introducing Transfer the Cents from Security State Bank, the easiest way to save without thinking about it. Every time you use your debit card, we round up your purchase to the nearest dollar and move the change into an account of your choosing, free of charge. It's automatic, effortless, and adds up fast. Start saving with every swipe. Ask about Transfer the Cents today. Security State Bank, small enough to listen, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
It's Wyoming. 1 minute you're melting like ice cream in August, the next you're colder than an ice fisherman's backside in January, and your dog's stolen all the blankets. Luckily, Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning has your backside. Carl knows Wyoming weather better than anyone. Then he'll keep your home comfy whether Brutus gives back those blankets or not. Call Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning today or find us in the Country Bounty Business Directory. Carl, making homes comfortable no matter how moody Wyoming weather gets.
Doug, every year I give terrible Christmas gifts. Last year I gave my brother World's Okayest Brother Mug.
Wow, you really need to redeem yourself. Well, the Wyoming Chevrolet Detail Shop can help with detailing gift certificates. It's the gift that says, I love you, and your car smells weird.
Okay, great. I'll skip the embroidered socks and sweaters then.
Yeah, Bob, good idea. Give the gift of clean with Wyoming Chevrolet Detail gift certificates. Stop by at 409 Broadway in Sheridan.
Leaves crunching, kettles whistling, football helmets colliding, families chattering, the sounds of fall. Hearing loss can be a subtle thief, taking away these precious sounds and others that make our lives so rich. If you think you or a loved one may be struggling, please call our office to schedule your free hearing test and consultation. There is nothing to lose and everything to gain. Let the changing seasons encourage you to make a positive change for better hearing. Call 674-8920 on the web at ebahearing.com or visit on Coffeen Avenue, right next to Sherwin-Williams.
Hey, Riley, remember learning about money when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah, mostly how to spend it.
That's why First Federal Bank and Trust is helping kids and teens learn how to manage it.
We bring financial literacy right into classrooms and organizations, totally free.
With interactive tours, materials, and real banking pros to answer questions.
Want to bring it to your group? Visit efirstfederal.bank.
First Federal Bank and Trust.
Building strong financial futures together.
Have you downloaded the McDonald's mobile app? Well, what are you waiting for? You're missing some money-saving McDonald's deals. Plus, you'll get access to exclusive deals. You'll be able to order ahead and pass the line with mobile order and pay. Plus, when you join My McDonald's Rewards, you'll earn points on every order to redeem for free McDonald's food. So download the app and start saving time, money, and get free food. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium, where your Sheridan Broncs are your 2025 Wyoming Class 4A state champions for the fifth consecutive time, Ryan. And that number 55 straight wins. dating back to 2021, and the seniors go off with their third consecutive title and undefeated in their high school career at Sheridan High School. That's pretty crazy to say.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
No, boy, that was a dog fight.
In the past, previous championship games during this streak, it's kind of been Bronx would get out to a 2-3 touchdown lead and they could coast. But, man, the Camels left it all on the field tonight.
We were talking about penalties during the break, and, boy, the penalties just played a huge part of this ball game. 5 penalties on the Bronx for 50 yards in the ball game. And if you take a look at what for Campbell County, they had 12 penalties for 119 yards in the ball game. And so, it's a 7-point difference. You take a look at the turnovers that they didn't take advantage of, that we didn't take advantage of. Sheridan just made a couple more plays offensively than what Campbell County did to get this win, really.
You're exactly right. It was kind of an ugly football game, to be honest.
Yep.
And but I think you nailed it on the head when you just said Sheridan made maybe 1 or 2 more plays than what Campbell County.
Keegan Rager got things started after a long first quarter drive by the Bronx. He scored on a 6-yard touchdown run to put the Bronx on the board. William Greer kicked the extra point, and we were out and running 7-0. But the Bronx ate up most of that first quarter. And then when we go down to the other end, Campbell County got the ball back. They came down and tied the game at 7. Partway through the second quarter, they ate up a lot of that second quarter as well, and punch went in. We were tied at 7, and then Sheridan then went up 14-7 on another Breck Reed 11-yard touchdown run, and then after that, it was just 1 field goal by Campbell County and 1 field goal by Sheridan in the second half, and that was the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, just ball control that whole first half, even the second half. You didn't see Campbell County utilize the height of their receivers or anything, which I thought that they might try to do.
Ethan Mostella, the 6'7" wideout, had 1 catch. Jack Andella, the 6'8" tight end, 0 catches in the ball game.
And both teams just kept the ball on the ground, and it was a battle in the trenches.
So the Bronx win this thing. We're not going to keep you long here. Celebrating going on the field, and Coach Maury will not be joining us in the press box after the state championship game. Kevin Coyle will get his post-game comments for you, and he will have those on Monday mornings, Sheridan Media Sports. And so, Ryan, it's been a fun year. Thanks for all you've done for me this year. Thanks to Sheridan Media, all of our help with the live stream throughout the season. Those guys, Steve Schreffler, Coleman Hanchett, Grant, Steve Sisson, all the guys back at the station that make this thing go. And a big thanks and a hats off to our general manager, Bob Grammons. He's the one who lets us do this and bring you all the live action, and we can't thank Bob enough.
And all the sponsors.
All the sponsors, thank you very much for helping us bring you Bronx football. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Ryan Parker, I'm Shane Parker. Have a great night. Your Bronx are the 25 4A state champions.
1410 AM KWYO Sheridan. Classic country from the First Northern Bank Studio on 106.9 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Heather Bosch.
This is information that has needed to come out for a very long